We are tonight's entertainment.
That's what she said.
What? Did we just become best friends?
Yep.
Who's scruffy looking?
You're demoted.
Hello everyone, welcome back to the Geek Blend, and welcome back to the Raging Geek Jedi Show. It's Saturday night, we're ready to roll. I just dropped the poll link in the chat, make sure you guys check it out. It's a good one, it's definitely a really good one. I noticed we have a celebrity in the house right next to me. We have Donald Trump. What's up, semi-bisexual Donald Trump? Hey Greg, what's up?
That's right.
That's all you're gonna get. He's hung all night just teasing you.
Oh my god.
Teasing you.
He's such a damn tease.
All night long.
Expectations lowered, man, babies.
What's up, Rhino? How you doing, man?
Yeah, not too bad. Not too bad. It's been an interesting weekend. We'll get into it again. Once again, I'll talk about something that I'm starting to lose more and more love for, and we'll. I really want to talk about some of the Marvel stuff.
Yeah, we haven't even get onto that yet. Yeah. I'll pull that too. I want to also go over a tweet about a certain movie that's coming up really soon. I wanted to get people's opinions on what they think about what this means for this movie. So we'll talk about that here in just a second too. But before we start, Rhino, you have your review out for Mandalorian, and Greg's Tuscan Bob review is out as well, guys. So make sure you guys go check those out as well.
If you can call it a review.
It's a review. No, well, it is. Yeah, it's a review.
It was my thoughts at the time, so there you go. It's a 3-minute video. Enjoy.
Yeah, it's like a little bit of a Rhino's heart on his sleeve there. It was,
a little bit. Yeah,
you could see the child dying in him.
Yep.
Grogu died inside of Rhino.
Yeah, I'm actually really interested
Crawled
in
right up
this.
his ass and died.
I'm really interested in this Lando series. I want to see how Lando's going to change the Grogu instead of the oil inside, all the droids he decides to fill.
That's right, Timon's Tuscan Trump. It's got
Tuscan Trump.
Trump.
Before we get to the chat, I want to bring in our guests for tonight. We have more coming most likely later. First, we have Mr. Open Airlock Policy himself, Tim. What is up, Tim? What's going on?
That page is loading. There he goes.
Yeah, there he goes.
And there he goes.
Yeah, hopefully it's not one of those fucking maintenance things again. So
I hope not.
We'll see what happens.
I hope not, man. I hope not. And then,
how are you anyway?
You doing all right?
Doing good. How are you guys?
Yeah, I like your shirt.
Doing good.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, awesome.
Turkish Wolf.
Nice. And Stieg Kaminobi is with us today. Hey, Stieg, how you doing?
Hi. Doing quite well. Just had pizza.
Good.
And I'm more than ready for the trivia, because that's awesome.
Nice.
How much fun.
I hope everybody got prepared for trivia tonight.
What topping did you have on your pizza, Stig?
It was ham and paprika.
Oh, that's all right.
Yeah, it's just
Ham
a
and
frozen pizza
paprika.
thing.
A bit of paprika.
But, on behalf of myself and everyone in the chat and all that, thank you so much for hosting these quizzes, because it's so much fun.
It is.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, I think that's a big shout out to Greg and obviously Jeff as well for hosting these things. But Greg does a lot of work and puts a lot of work into it, and they are a lot of fun. I think the response to these trivias have been really good. And I think there have been a couple of channels out there that sort of try and do their own little trivia thing, but because, Greg has invested time and money into it, it's made it quite fun and exciting. So I think people get, they look forward to it. So it's really good. And thank you, Stick, for that.
Yeah, absolutely.
And let's not forget that tonight's questions, just like last week, are actually from Tim, not myself.
Yes, Tim did them. Mm-hmm.
He took the time
to
study up on his
there we go.
Temple of Doom
and Indiana Jones lore.
And there is the poll, which Jeff said that he threw in the chat, which is asking the question tonight, if Die Hard is a Christmas movie. I think it's overwhelmingly going the right direction at the moment.
Yay.
No, it isn't.
Oh, is that correct? Yeah.
No, but
it's
speaking
absolutely going the right way.
Indiana Jones, like, I can't remember if this was in the back room or not a couple of weeks ago, but Stieg is exactly right. Like, Indiana Jones has its own expanded universe. There's video games, novels, just
Comics.
all kinds of stuff out there that you can read if you like that universe.
Yeah, and a lot of them ties into the Young Indiana Jones series.
Yep.
And I think one of the novels is about the statue urn thing that Indiana Jones delivers at the beginning of Temple of Doom.
Yeah.
Nice.
Let's go through the chat and see who we got going joining us tonight. We got Jedi Luke. He popped in. I think it's one of the first comments we've had. He says, "I'm fatigued by how shitty Disney Star Wars is." Yes, been so since 2015. Santa Megatron says had the same problem with the Michael Bay Transformers movie, but thankfully they're rebooting everything and make things not suck ass, which Disney would do the same thing. Agreed. Timon is here. What's up, Timon? Daniel is here. What's up, Daniel? Man, how you doing? Good to see you. Blake is in the chat as well. Yeah. What's up, Blake? How you doing? I hope you're ready for some trivia as well, man. Trey Courtney's here. What is going on, Trey? I do agree that the Marvel reveal was better, but still, there's a lot of stuff in that I did not. I was like, who cares? And we'll go through that too as well. Diablo Dame is here. What's up, Diablo Dame? How you doing as well? Let's see who else is here. Oh yeah,
I love that name.
I know, right? Yeah, me too. Runner is here. What's up, Runner? Man, hope you're enjoying Cyberpunk. We will be talking about it a little bit as well.
I've just got something that I need to say to Runner.
Okay.
Shut up, Runner.
Oh my god!
All right,
Clip that.
this is
Simone says
Rhino's getting a
Tuscan
lot off
Trump.
his chest this week.
Yeah, he is apparently. Yeah.
No, that's just a little in joke.
I see Lord Vader's in the chat. What's up, Lord Vader? Well, I see Debbie's here again this week. Hey, Debbie, how you doing as well? Will Gentry says, got to make sure the droids have plenty of Grogu. Don't want them to seize up. That is correct. That's absolutely correct.
That's all I kept thinking about. When I saw the Lando series, I'm like, he ain't going to be doing no oil changes. Like that, there's going to be no oil baths. He's just going to be fizzing in Grogu bath, and then he'll dip himself in it.
So much Grogu.
Get it all in the right joints.
Soul Assassin's here. What's up, Soul Assassin? I hope you're doing good as well. Trey, Subhuman is here as well. What's up, Say? Subhuman? Terminus is here. Everybody's here, man. Looks like everybody's having a good time. Galford's dog is in the chat. What's up, Galford's dog? Oh, glad you could join us. We got a super chat from Daniel himself. Daniel James says, hashtag pineapple gang, hashtag Victoria is trash, hashtag Straya, hashtag Die Hard is a Christmas movie, hashtag keep up the great work, Greg, hashtag Rhino sucks at Star Wars. Thank you, Daniel, for that super chat. You are allowed to say Victoria sucks because it is a $31 super chat. I do know that was the goal. That was what was told to you.
That's the
Thank you for the super chat, Daniel. I do appreciate it. And as I was talking, we have another guest pop in really quickly. I want to say hi to Benzo in the chat. What's up, Benzo, man? How you doing? It's good to see you too, man. Good to see you.
Steve was just going to say something about that super chat just quickly. What were you going to say?
Oh yeah,
Steve?
Go ahead, Steve.
Oh, I just said, yeah, that super chat was a statement.
Yes, absolutely. It was. Absolutely, yeah. What's up, Tom?
Hello, Tom.
Hi, Tom.
What up?
How you doing, man?
I'm glad you made it at the beginning of the show. Like,
me too,
you usually end up sort of jumping in like halfway through trivia or something, and it's like, you just half an hour earlier would have been good. But good to have you here.
Yeah.
Now that's the symbol for Grogu in the chat. Now is the
gross.
Is the green test tubes. So yeah.
That's because I'm on white people time, so I just show up when I please.
I thought the icon was a half full used condom.
I have an idea. Actually, I'll just do it on my phone because it'll be easier.
So what's this thing I was tagged in about people arguing about Die Hard being a Christmas movie again?
It's our poll. It's our poll tonight. Is Die Hard a Christmas movie? Yes or no? I'll drop the link again so it's still there, and I'll probably just go ahead and pin it for now until we do trivia.
It is.
There we go. I will pin that.
Overwhelmingly going yes.
Yeah, it looks like the Hillary versus Trump polls.
U.S. election 1984.
Shot fired. Yeah, no kidding.
No, actually, I think that was even a little bit closer than that.
I think so too, yeah.
What's the link here? Is it in the chat?
Yeah, I just dropped it in. I also put it in the pin. It's a pin comment now. Also, I want to say about the Temple of Doom real quick before we get into the Die Hard thing. I think that's the one I've watched the least out of all three of them. I think I've seen...
one I watched the most.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
I loved it when I was a kid.
I love it too, but it is my least favorite of the trilogy. I still really, really do enjoy it, which It's funny too how good that Indiana Jones trilogy is. So saying that's the least favorite is, that means the other two have to be really, really good because the Temple of Doom is a really good movie.
Yeah.
Oh, damn it.
It was fun. It was so much different than the others, and I think it freaked a lot of people out. Just some of the stuff they show.
Agreed.
Gore and a little bit more sexuality. So.
Yeah. Annoying lady in it though. That one kind of.
Wilhelmina.
As you get older a little bit, she's a little bit, yeah, I know.
She
are going to die.
She doesn't grow on you, does she?
It's a great scene though, that one where he does
really
say
is
we're
a great
going
scene.
to die. Like
It is a great scene.
it's quite funny.
Well, that whip scene at the end would never happen in this day and age.
There's mine.
No, absolutely not,
When he
man.
pulls her in for the kiss, and
That's a good question for the chat here. Would you consider Batman Returns a
Problematic.
Christmas movie?
That one's a little bit more of an argument, and that one is kind of like, I would say, at least personally, it's kind of in the middle. It does have a lot of Christmas elements in it. It takes place at Christmas, especially the last bit of the film, with the whole, just some of the themes in the film, and the fact that, the penguin was dumped on Christmas to begin with.
Yep.
And then so it has like a kind of a Christmas through line, but see, now that one I can see people arguing more so for not being a Christmas movie, unlike Die Hard. You know what I mean? Like Die Hard to me, just there's too much Christmas in it. Because if you take Christmas out, it falls apart. There's a lot that just doesn't work without it.
Yeah.
That's a rhetorical thrill. She says, "He no nuts, he crazy." That's
so
right.
we mentioned whips, and we mentioned Batman Returns in the last 2 minutes. I'd be remiss in not mentioning that recently Michelle Pfeiffer revealed she still has her whip from that movie.
I did see that.
She does.
Yeah.
Yeah, she does.
Michelle,
And
if you're
she's
not
still-
married, hit me up.
Yeah, he still looks fine as
Literally.
fuck, dude.
Yeah, no kidding. Yeah.
Just the pussy I've been looking for.
Did you put Hillary next to Trump?
Oh,
That looks
You don't want to know what's representing Hillary in that, in the motion capture though.
That's Trump. That's Trump giving Hillary his Grogu.
It's
it's close, but no
Oh my
cigar.
god, that's super weird.
Steve.
Susan's gonna be pissed. She's like, "I'm pulling this stream. Screw it."
No cigar.
Oh my god, that's weird. That's super weird.
synchronized tongue action.
Yeah.
Not technically, Will Gentry. So I'm guessing you're one of the ones who voted no on the Die Hard poll.
See, there are people out there that will say if it doesn't theme around Christmas, then it's not a Christmas movie. Like if the story not themed around Christmas, like they say if it's just like an action movie in the time period of Christmas, well, that's just what it is. It's not a Christmas movie. It's just an action movie in the time period of Christmas.
Christmas music in it too.
But I would argue that there's a lot of movies out there that people would consider Christmas movies that are just in the time period of Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
What would you say about Lethal Weapon, though?
That one's a tougher one because
that's much tougher.
Well,
it does have Christmas music. It does take place at Christmas. There is kind of the whole family element of how they bring, Mel Gibson's character into the family at the end. So you could almost make that as an argument.
Yeah,
it is. Yeah.
The thing with Die Hard, though, that really kind of trumps the argument is they made Die Hard 2 take place at Christmas for no other reason.
That's right.
Yeah.
So, and that's a tougher one to kind of really get around, in my opinion. Mm-hmm. But like I said, Die Hard, you have a hard time taking Christmas out of that movie.
Yes.
Yeah, he even tapes the gun with Christmas tape to his back.
That's what I was going to say. Is
not just that, but you have
you
like
take
he's
Christmas
coming
out
to
of
see
it.
his family on Christmas.
Yeah.
The Christmas party is the catalyst for the robbery, because at no other time of the year are you going to have all the important people concentrated in one area and the rest of the building empty. Mm-hmm. And most even in that period, you very rarely had more than a Christmas or a summer party, and most of the time summer parties were not in the building.
Yeah.
So like the whole motivation for the crime being set at Christmas for that reason, and then just the whole reason for John coming to see his family,
Yeah. Well, see, I would.
Oh, now I have a machine gun. Thank you.
And in a lot of ways, it's a lot of similar things to Scrooge in elements of it. You can almost look at like the kind of arc that McClane goes through in the film is almost like a Scrooge-like arc.
Yeah.
Yep. Well, even though,
if you think about Lethal Weapon, though, the reason Mel Gibson has to be teamed up with Danny Glover is because he's being extra crazy, and
it's because it's Christmas time. Yeah.
Like
I said, there's a good argument to be made for Lethal Weapon. Yeah.
I would say Home Alone. Based on the argument that people have that it takes place in the time period of Christmas, I would say that then Home Alone's not a Christmas movie.
Because Home Alone, you can take it.
Out. If you swap that out with, let's say, Easter time or 4th of July weekend or Thanksgiving, then it changes. The story doesn't change. It's just a kid being left at home by his parents while they go on vacation.
It could easily be Thanksgiving for that matter.
I'll still say Home Alone's a Christmas movie. I'll still say that.
It is just because of all the Christmas elements in it. But
correct.
Raging Rhino's right. Yeah, Ryan's right. By that same logic, if you lift Christmas out, you could easily lift Christmas out of Home Alone before you could Die Hard.
But you can't lift it out of the Tim Allen Santa Claus movies.
Well, no.
I
mean,
so
obviously,
no, he's actually Santa Claus. That's
stuff like Santa Claus trumps everything.
Bad Santa.
With Home Alone,
Santa a Christmas movie? Of course it is. It's
because people go on a Christmas vacation. I don't think people go on a Thanksgiving vacation.
They do. Oh yeah, in America.
Oh, yeah.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
Thanksgiving actually probably has more traveling than Christmas in some ways.
It does. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And you could go on a 4th of July or a summer vacation.
One of the most traveled holidays there is.
The main argument for Home Alone, I would be, is that Christmas, and again, this could be for Thanksgiving as well, the family element. Him missing his family means more to the Christmas part of it.
Tom, I had to highlight this. Senate says Home Alone is my favorite Saw prequel.
I would rather see that than that reboot they're talking about.
Oh, Jesus, man.
No thanks. Reboot of which? Home Alone or Saw?
Home Alone.
Okay.
They're doing
thanks, Disney.
And I think they're even going to have a girl in it too, isn't that the?
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course. Why wouldn't they?
Yeah. Probably one of the girls from
Gender
Cutie.
fluid. She'll be gender
fluid. You got to do that.
Matt G with a $2 super chat says, we don't have enough Arbor Day movies, so Home Alone needs to take place on Arbor Day. The family's
What movie was that?
For Arbor Day holidays.
What movie was that where they had the fake horror movie called Arbor Day? Or was it The Simpsons or something like that?
I thought it was a movie that did that.
I thought so too, but yeah.
Wasn't it that Santa movie, like another Christmas movie?
It could have been.
It might have been.
With Dudley Moore? Is that the one?
That might be it.
What is the name of that movie?
That's Santa Claus the movie.
Santa Claus the movie.
It is Santa Claus the movie. Isn't it Santa Claus the movie?
Santa Claus the movie.
The guy that doesn't watch movies figured it out. Yay.
I love that movie as a kid.
What's Arbor Day?
Arbor Day is like it's a tree holiday. Yeah.
It's a holiday for trees.
Yeah.
Damn hippies.
Shit you not. Welcome, Blake St. Clair, to the Blenders. Thank you much for joining. I do appreciate that, man. I did put out a couple of members-only videos this week, too, so keep an eye out for more of those.
OnlyFans, yep.
Yeah, exactly. My OnlyFans stuff is coming, too, so keep an eye for that.
Nice.
But thanks, Blake, for joining, man. I appreciate that. You've been a huge supporter of the channel, and I do appreciate it.
The funniest one I've ever seen argue, though, is Gremlins. It's like, how can you argue that Gremlins is not a Christmas movie?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You can't take Christmas out of that, and it wouldn't work. Because he's a fucking, he gives his son a Christmas gift. It's a Christmas thing.
The levels to it. Okay, first of all, Gremlins is basically a parody of It's a Wonderful Life meets Invasion of the Body Snatchers, all right? Like, that's what it is. It's a Pod People movie set at Christmas time. And, you're right.
It is.
It is.
Yeah, I know. I'm just thinking of the MST3K thing.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
But so then you got the other level where you're getting this gift that literally consumes the gift, the person who's receiving the gift. You know what I'm saying? Like it was this whole big thing on the 80s of consumerism. It was right around the time of the Cabbage Patch craze that invented Black Friday, for fuck's sake. I mean, are we far enough in? Oh yeah, we're 20 minutes in. Okay. I was just saying I didn't want to get you in trouble.
Oh, you're good.
I've been dropping swear words and stuff from the word go.
Just making sure.
It's like the first minute.
I got yelled at by Andre the other day. So
I'm always horrible with things like that.
He's like, yes, we got to watch your language just a little bit.
Yeah.
You keep
the F word
during streams. Yeah, they definitely want to.
The F word was the first word out of my mouth when I got introduced, Tom. So don't worry about it.
Well, I've had a couple shows where the first sentence I say has got the F word in it. So.
Well, in the original script of Gremlins is even darker. Like, the one scene that I love the most is there's a scene where they go into a McDonald's and they don't touch the hamburgers, but they eat all the people. Yeah, see, Greg got the joke.
I don't know how you could argue. I mean, the whole scene with her talking about her dad and shit.
The twisted Santa Claus scene.
The twisted Santa Claus scene that was so like melodramatic, and it was almost. It was just so awkward. It was funny. In the
middle how of this hard crisis, he fought to keep that in the movie?
Oh my god! I don't think the movie would work without it. I'm like.
It does, but it wouldn't be the same movie.
That's the scene I remember probably the most is this just weird moment where it just gets really dark and quiet. She tells this horrible story about how her dad got stuck in the chimney and died.
Dude, I'd be cool with that. I'd be cool with that, Senate. Make a new Home Alone that takes place during the Purge where an adult Kevin is defending his home from killers. Down with that. I'm pretty sure Macaulay Culkin would be down with that too. So.
Yeah, why not? Why wouldn't he do it?
I know.
They need to do a crossover: Home Alone versus Gremlins.
Yeah, it's funny, you know. There's a deeper message to the movie Home Alone than just a kid being stuck at home. Obviously, with that old guy, you know, the old guy, the guy
the salt pigeon guy. Lady in the second one, and
But it's just that Donald story, and then he obviously the old man, you know, calls his son finally after how many years and all of that sort of thing. There's a deeper message in that movie that makes it really good too. But
Kevin learns to appreciate his family by teaching the old guy to call his son.
Yeah.
And let's be real. Gremlins 2. Home Alone 2 is like one of the few sequels that is so bad it's good. Like, it has no reason to be as good as it is. Because it is the exact same fucking movie as the first one.
Yeah.
To a T. Like,
pretty much.
They don't even pretend. It's like, okay. But, you know, it's funnier in some weird ways.
Well, it's almost like you're seeing it from Kevin's perspective. So, like, you're seeing it as a kid, and if you were in that situation, you can kind of see how a kid could be that, you know, like seeing this bird lady and it being, like, exactly the same as the old guy in the first one sort of thing.
Oh, yeah. Well, those movies, I know, like, a couple of the other guys here, too, the same thing. Like, it came out right. I was Kevin's age when that movie came out, so, yeah.
Yeah, right around that. So you're like, oh, yeah, I could, like, create all these wonderful contraptions to... brutally assault and hurt these two home invaders. I mean, like if they did
and save Christmas
movie, it's like Macaulay Culkin's, you know, older now, and his whole family's broke because the Wet Bandits sued the fuck out of him for all the damage and physical assaults that they committed while doing a home invasion. It's like it was cruel and unusual punishment, and you know. You know, excessive force and all those things, you know, that get everybody, you know, wringing their hands these days. They could do a movie like that.
Yeah.
I reckon they should do a sequel. I reckon they should do a sequel and bring back Macaulay Culkin for the role.
That's what we were just saying before,
Yeah, but he's now really old, but he's just a stoner and he misses the holiday because he's just getting baked too much. Like, he's just stuck in the basement.
Didn't they do, like, some parody deal where he was, like, stalking the Wet Bandits or some shit as an adult? Yeah.
I believe so, yeah. Daniel James with 79 Super Chat says, if you can take Christmas out of the movie, it's not a Christmas movie. That's the criteria. Thank you for the Super Chat,
pretty solid criteria.
That. Yeah. Matt G with a $2 Super Chat says, Ernest saves Christmas for
Hell
the
yeah.
win.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. Love that one.
Air brakes.
Thank you, Matt G. I appreciate the Super Chat, man.
Just to Daniel's point, that's what I'm saying, though. You can take Christmas out of Home Alone. So does that make Home Alone not a Christmas movie?
There's a lot of Christmas elements in it, though. So
you could, but there's a big but. There's a lot of, like Jeff was saying. I think there's a
well, you could take it out of Die Hard 2 and just invent some other reason that they're having a holiday party.
That's tough, though.
Party. You know,
because it's in between.
It would be harder, You'd have to come up with another reason that McClane is visiting.
Here's
but
the
also
other
all
thing.
the lines like the ho ho ho. Now I have a machine.
Well,
gun.
let's put it this way then. I think, and this is just my personal opinion. Obviously, I'm not like the arbiter of any of this shit, so I'm not trying to sound like that.
You'd have to go to longer lengths.
I think that if you have an argument like with Home Alone, the fact that you would have to change it to a completely other holiday at least is a strong enough argument that Christmas works best. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
Which makes it a Christmas movie.
Yeah, because even movies look at A Wonderful Life, people consider that a Christmas movie. There ain't jack shit in that movie that hardly has to do with Christmas. Other than the last bit of the movie takes place on Christmas, and everybody just remembers that one scene. Teacher says that's the only reason everybody thinks it's Christmas. There's very little that has to do with Christmas scattered throughout the movie. Mm-hmm. It's more of a kind of a life story than a movie story.
Well, here's one. Movie. Is Love Actually a Christmas movie?
Yes.
It is. It was marketed as one. It was considered one. And that's always a way to just make sure and guarantee your movie's going to stick around. It was a very expensive Hallmark movie.
It doesn't have a cheesy Hallmark theme to it to be a Christmas movie. And I think that's what people get hung up on. Is it has to have this spirit of Christmas in it. And it's got to be this cheesy, classic Christmas movie thing, and
Christmas has to be everywhere.
It doesn't have to be Jingle All the Way really doesn't have a great message to it, honestly. He's getting a toy for his kid that's a popular toy, but these days that can happen in March.
It could to a point, but the fact that you have now there's a more of an argument for it, but back then to try and change it to something else would be really slim. You didn't have a lot of stuff back then like that other than
I wouldn't
Friday,
consider it a very deep Hallmarky kind of Christmas movie.
Oh no.
It's a comedy, and it's more about him being kind of a bad dad, at the start of the movie and becoming not a bad dad by the end of the movie, and then really the
putting the
cookies down, giving. It's not the spirit of giving and Christmas and all that other stuff. It's not a Hallmarky kind of Christmas movie, but I would consider it a Christmas movie because, he's getting a toy for his kid for Christmas.
Mm-hmm. I think we got a lot of value out of this poll.
Yeah, Matt G for $2 says, I'd like to take Star Wars out of The Last Jedi.
Ryan Johnson already did.
Everybody.
He did.
Ryan Johnson already Thanks, Matt G. I appreciate the super chat.
And he inserted messages about capitalism and animal rights.
In Kylo Ben's chest.
That's
Kyle
what we
Ben.
wanted out of Star
Damn
Wars.
Kyle Ben.
Bullshit. Fucking bullshit.
Yeah, I know, man.
Oh, yeah. I like rhetorical thrills kind of thing. Like Home Alone, the only reason it's not like a Hallmark movie is just because it was directed by John Hughes. And had Joe Pesci and shit in it.
Yep.
Right.
Oh, nice. His little sister loves Home Alone. She saw it a month ago, and now she watches it on repeat every day. Well, I'm glad you like it, Senate. That's a good thing. So if it's a movie you didn't like, I'm sure that would be...
Wait a minute. Didn't they already remake that? About 15 years ago? Yeah.
It wasn't a remake, I don't think.
Oh, it wasn't? Okay.
They did 2 or 3 sequels.
Yeah, it's sequels without Kevin.
Yeah, I meant the one with the different kid.
It's supposed to be Kevin in the third one, but it's a totally different kid playing him.
Oh, brother.
And then 4, I think I don't know if it's still Kevin or not. I think the 5th one's the girl, actually. No, you said that, Jeff.
I think you're
the
right.
The 4th and 5th one, I think, were both straight to TV movies, but the 3rd one was actually a theatrical film, still produced by Chris Columbus, believe it or not.
No kidding.
That 3rd one is one of those movies that is fucking Joel Schumacher looked at it and probably went, Jesus. Or Jesus Christ. The worst thing I did was Batman and Robin.
You didn't
That's a pretty big sin.
Why? Yes, it is.
At least I didn't Home Alone 3. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, but see, those remakes of Home Alone, they're just as bad, I think, as Karate Kid 4.
No, I actually stick up for Karate Kid 4 more often than not, but I can't argue with that movie's 3rd act. It totally falls apart.
Oh, it's bad.
Miyagi's fighting is horrible.
A lot of people's is that Vader. A lot of them.
But not only that final scene is just horrible.
It is. I can't argue with it, Ryan. You're totally right. But I loved all the stuff with the monks.
I did like that too.
And I did like the dichotomy with her and him as opposed to what it was with Daniel.
Yeah, like when she goes to kill the bug while they're eating dinner, and the monk like swipes it away, and then there's that like lesson that happens. That Miyagi, like there are some good moments in it. I won't take that away from it, but
no, and I didn't hate Julie, but yeah, that last fight is horrible. Young Walton Goggins is in that fucking movie.
Oh, nice.
Oh my god, yeah.
He's in everything. If you go to his IMDb, there's like 300 listings.
Dude, he's in so much stuff.
Yeah.
He is absolutely...
You know what he was in? I was watching if you go to YouTube, you can watch the Wing Commander cutscenes from the PlayStation games, and it's a fucking awesome movie, better than the one they put out.
Oh, the
has
one with
Mark Hamill.
I was just gonna say Mark Hamill, yeah.
Yeah, Tom Wilson and a bunch of others. But anyway, fucking Walton Goggins is in the background as like one of the pilots or something, and I'm like, holy shit. Yeah, he's in everything.
He's in a ton of stuff, man.
I have to just quickly ask, sorry, I was just thinking something. Tom, Julie's dad was a soldier with
her
Miyagi,
grandpa,
right?
Her grandpa.
And that's her grandpa. Okay, I'm just thinking I need to put that into my story.
Yeah, her grandpa was in his platoon or whatever, yeah.
Yeah, that's right. I need to connect that. Sorry, Steve, you were going to say something?
No, don't worry. If you need any help, just let me know, man.
Rhino's becoming the Karate Kid lore master.
Oh, I'm going to be going, yeah,
Karate.
Be your Miyagi.
I love it. Sorry, Stig.
Oh yeah, I was just gonna say that I put up a behind-the-scenes video from Wing Commander on my channel.
Nice. I'll have to check it out. You just did that?
I rented a movie called Red Wing Commander. It was not what I expected.
What's up, Lyndon?
We got Lyndon in the house.
How about that one, Steve? How was that one? Hey, Lyndon.
There you go, guys. Cannot be cancelled. Fuck YouTube.
No, yeah. I can't
No
believe
kidding.
what happened last night. That was nuts. I thought it was me. I honestly did with after what I said. I said a couple of really borderline things to do with bombs and stuff. But,
I thought you were being racist again.
No,
Not this time. That was last time.
Again,
yeah. I was pushing boundaries though, but it wasn't me. It was for nudity and sexual references or something.
It was Greg's
It was Greg's face rig thing. Do not put it back on, Greg.
I don't remember pulling it out on screen.
It was definitely the bomb.
It got taken down for fairy dicks.
I don't want to take it down.
Fairy dicks?
Yeah. Show us your thing, Greg.
No.
Yeah, but he had that on the other day, and we didn't get taken down.
Well, like I said, the way it turned, like someone posted a screenshot and part of the wing or diaper was like hanging down and it looked like he had a little thing.
Somebody really went after you guys already? You guys are famous. No, I'm serious. You finally got an enemy.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's true.
Once you got an enemy, you know you've made it on YouTube.
You know you've made it, yeah.
That means you'll have somebody who will always come in and make sure they downvote your videos. Those are loyal customers.
Well, I think after this weekend, I've gained a few enemies, possibly.
Good. You're doing a good job then.
Thanks. Let's get into one of our topics.
Yeah, Lyndon, I wanted Lyndon to come on too because we haven't talked about any of the Marvel stuff yet, like not even a little bit.
I don't even know what the Marvel news is. So.
I'm going to pull up the image.
He's got
of everything they pulled up.
in the back there.
We'll get into it.
Oh,
should we do the trivia first? Now that we're half an hour in, or should we do a topic and then go into trivia?
Well, we can do.
It's just there's a lot to talk about if we're going to talk Marvel or Star Wars.
I love you for that, Senate. Thank you very much. That would be great to have Gundam on here with this man. Holy shit. That'd be great. I guess we could do trivia first. I guess we could do that first. We got almost 40 people in here. We could go ahead and do it now and then get to topics. What do you think, Greg?
Sure.
Temple of Doom.
Ooh.
Temple of Doom. Yeah.
I mean, yeah. We've got Blake. We've got Rhetorical Thrill. We've
Everybody's
got Jedi
here, yeah.
Luki. We've got Daniel James. So
Well, there's
I think we're
38
good.
people. There's 38 people here. Please smash the like, by the way. But yeah,
Please.
there's 38
I forgot
people
to.
here. So I think we've got enough.
Yeah.
The antidote.
All right. While everyone's jumping in, I'm going to run to the loo, and I'll be right back.
Alrighty. Did
The
anybody
Lou.
else on the panel rewatch that at all?
The toilet, the pisser.
Yeah,
You know how
one
many
of them.
times I've seen
The
Temple
head.
of Doom? Holy
One of them.
shit. Oh my
So when
gosh.
the crocodiles fucking snap them up.
That's the only one of the indie movies I wore out of the trilogy was Temple of Doom.
I had to Google whether or not crocodiles are really in Asia, and they are. So.
Oh, they are?
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of crocodiles, did you guys see that new movie that Paul Hogan has out?
Yes,
No.
I saw that. Yeah.
Did you see the movie itself or just the trailer?
I just saw the trailer.
I was gonna say I just watched the trailer early, but you can only rent it. So I'm like, I don't want to pay $6.99 to rent it.
Is he director or is he acting in it?
It's
a Crocodile Dundee movie.
Kind of.
What?
Kind of.
Sort of.
It's
sort of.
What it is he playing himself. And like since Crocodile Dundee was considered the most successful worldwide independent film of all time, and all this shit, he's getting knighted by the Queen of England or whatever. So it just kind of follows him on this whole like idea of like, you know, he's not really Crocodile Dundee, but everybody keeps treating him like he's Crocodile Dundee.
Huh.
Like,
oh, that's what that was.
Yeah, so like right away, like in the one scene in the trailer, there's like
Mr. Dundee.
That sounds like, yeah, funny. Mr. Dundee, help!
Mr.
There's
Dundee,
a snake. He's like, I'm not really Crocodile Dundee. It's just a character I play, you know. And he comes up and he hits the snake, and the snake bounces off a fucking tree and hits a lady and shit. And it's like, so like that's the whole thing. Is like everybody keeps trying to like you know, come here, help us. You know, they think he's Crocodile Dundee.
Where's this at?
It's on streaming.
It's streaming right now.
And then like so he goes to Hollywood, and then they're like, "Oh, we're gonna make a new movie, and it's gonna be about your son and shit." And we're thinking Will Smith, and we're like, "All right, we know what you're thinking. Will Smith's too old." He's like, "No, that's not what I was thinking." The guy goes, he's like, "This is a great big knife." He's like, "That's not the line." He's like, "Yes, it is." It's like, "I know, I wrote the line."
I'm gonna have to track that down.
I did see an ad for that, actually, now that you mention it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The trailer.
So, yeah, it's kind of a meta movie kind of thing.
Meta.
They should do a movie about Sean Bean almost dying for 2 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
Or like somebody wants to kill Sean Bean. Like, kill Sean Bean. That's what you call the movie.
Call the movie Kill Sean Bean, yeah.
Well, Sean, even in, like, Equilibrium, he dies early.
Well, like, the whole movie, people are after him to kill him, and he's like, he's trying to figure out who's trying to kill him.
In Lord of the Rings, he dies early. He dies early.
He dies at the end of the first movie. That's not early.
I will give a clue.
He dies early in the trivia.
In the Lord of the Rings, that's early.
That's right.
He dies 2.5 hours in, you know?
Yes.
I will give a clue for the trivia. I had to Google Sean Bean's Wikipedia to come up with a fake answer. So that's your clue for one of the questions. And Greg, why didn't you use the thumbnail I sent you? Is it too big? Or was it lame?
The thumbnail I thought that was for one of the questions. Or did you send me a different
I sent you two pictures. I sent you a picture of a character and then a funny picture. Did you not see?
Right. I guess I didn't see it.
Okay. All right. You guys got to see this. It's something I spent about 10 seconds on, so don't expect some kind of
10 whole seconds, huh?
Next level.
10 whole seconds.
Somebody
Probably,
get Script Doctor on the phone. We need to write this Sean Bean movie, and then we need to get Sean Bean on the phone.
That would be awesome. Seriously.
I can't believe nobody's thought of this yet. No, I'm like dead fucking serious. I can't believe nobody's thought of this movie yet. Like
mortality rate, or I don't know.
No, call it Killing Sean Bean.
It should be.
There you go, Killing Sean Bean. Yeah, that's awesome.
Call it being Sean Bean, like being John Malkovich.
Being Sean Bean.
Yeah.
Sean Bean dies at the end.
Well, we could do it kind of like South Park in reverse. You know, when Kenny dies, except Sean Bean survives a little.
He survives. Yeah.
Oh my God! You killed Sean Bean.
And he's like, "No, the truck missed me."
Rhetorical thrill. Yeah, tell her.
Not yet. Usually we have a preview of the trivia themes for Monday during the Star Trek stream tomorrow night. So if you want to pop by and hang out with us for a bit, watch some Star Trek, listen to us talk about Star Trek, and usually me and Tim go, "Oh my God, she's hot," when a girl walks on the screen. So that's what we do. But yeah, we do talk about the trivia on Monday. So that is your little window of like a clue on what's going to happen Monday night, and you get a little bit of an in on doing that. So definitely join us for that. We have a blast doing Star Trek watch parties. It's fun. By the way, speaking of that, there is a Spock documentary on Netflix that I just discovered last night. I started watching.
Is it I Am Spock or?
Yes, something like that. I think
Spock
his son.
Yeah, I saw it. It was good.
I think I saw that a couple of years
I
ago.
started watching it, and I realized I haven't watched all the movies yet, and they're talking about a lot of stuff. They're showing scenes from things I don't know. I'm like, I'm going to wait until I've watched all the motion pictures before I go back and watch this. But what I watched so far was fantastic. So,
yeah, it was good. It was good.
Yeah.
And then David Prowse had one too, not made by him, but about him.
Yeah,
that I am your father.
I'm your father.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But I think he's partly to blame there. So.
Yeah, they're naming the Sean Bean movie right now in the chat. It's like all over.
Flicking the Sean Bean.
It's killing Sean Bean. I've already decided.
I've been Bean. Mr. Bean.
Mr. Bean was awesome.
I've already messaged Script Doctor. I'm already on this.
That's so good.
I'm gonna get a hold of Sean Bean. I'm gonna. Holy hell!
Oh my god! Does he have a Thug Life tattoo on his chest?
Thuggy Life.
Oh, Thuggy! It's Thuggy! Oh my god! Shit!
Did you guys ever see the Clerks animated series that was a parody of Temple of Doom?
No.
Oh god!
Well, I watched the Clerks animated show, but I don't remember much.
It's hilarious. Like Randall winds up in the Temple of Doom. You guys have got to see the Clerks animated series. There's only like 6 episodes. It's
I have
hilarious.
the comics.
I watched it when
That's
it was
true, Tim.
on
But we
originally,
do
but
we do discuss everything else before and after the show, like in between. Usually, we don't start watching Star Trek like 25 to 30 minutes into the show.
Well, it's not like you're missing out on, or there's continuity or anything like an arc.
Yeah.
It's it's all standalone episodes. So.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. True. I'm so happy I'm watching the original series, though, man. It's so good. It's so good. I'm really enjoying it.
That picture is confusing my genitals.
What is confusing your genitals about that picture, Tom?
It's like Lethal's avatar for Cyberpunk. That was confusing.
So manly.
Dude,
it's making
by
me
the way,
question my sexuality.
I love the little video that I think Daniel clipped of it when Lethal actually pulled back on the character and you see the character's titties and he just laughs so hard. Oh God! It's
you
so
guys
funny.
made me
It's
watch
like a
Scrooged
fucking
earlier
child.
tonight. By the way, I actually had some time, so I'm like, I'm gonna watch Scrooged.
Nice. Speaking of Lethal Lightning, man, $2 super chat from Mr. Lethal Lightning himself, Lord Long Dong. Hail Lethal, what's up, man? He says not gonna make it. Sorry, get in there, ass Jedi Lukey for $2. Thank you, Lethal. I do appreciate it, man. Thank you very much.
Lethal.
Lethal's a man, dude.
Is Clerks animated series on YouTube? Subhuman says. Blah, blah, blah.
Subhuman says.
All 6 episodes.
Really? That would be nice if it was, man. I would definitely get on there and watch it, or I'll just
Clerks is animated
I'll drop
by
anchor and find it
Studio
somewhere else.
Lights.
Yeah, it's out there.
Oh, yeah.
You gotta watch them in order, though. Like that was the thing is when ABC dropped them, they dropped them out of order. Aside from only showing 2 fucking episodes, well, it ruins the joke because the second episode is a flashback episode, but they've only had 1 episode, so like all the flashbacks are to the first episode. Like that's the fucking joke. Like
they wouldn't get it if it showed it out of order.
Did the person who greenlit that show at ABC like not see any of his movies? Like holy cow!
It was right after Chasing Amy hit like big, and so like they just since he was in the Disney family, they're like, oh, you want to develop a show for us, blah blah blah, kind of thing. Like let's put it this way: when they made Clerks, they were gonna make Clerks a sitcom. They didn't. Kevin Smith wasn't involved at all, and what's his face who played Randall went and auditioned for the part of himself, and he didn't even get the role. They ended up hiring. Yeah, it's out there online. It's and they actually got Jim Brewer and I can't remember who the other guy was in it.
What the hell?
Yeah, it's fucking horrible. They set it in a mall, I believe, if I remember right. But it is fucking
not Clerks.
dumb. Yeah, it is dumb as shit. Like, yeah, Kevin like disavows it 100%. Like he's like, I had nothing to do with it. It was all Miramax. It was like they didn't even ask me about it.
Right, Trey? For reals, bro. Yeah,
that's as bad as what's his name who plays Winston, Ernie Hudson going to audition to play Winston in the cartoon.
That's fucked.
Did you ever hear that story? They wouldn't. They hired Arsenio Hall instead.
Damn.
It's Ernie Hudson. Just saying. It's Ernie Hudson's role. Yeah.
In that case, it was probably more so they didn't want any confusion.
I'm ready.
Oh shit, dude! Bento popped it in there. He says, "Here's a TV pilot for that."
Yeah,
really
That's cool.
Wow.
That Clerks one? Yeah.
That's
out
fucked,
there.
man. That's fucked.
It's bad.
Good God. Good God.
I don't think I've even watched the whole thing.
I'm ready.
Yeah, I know, right, Runner? If it takes place in a mall, why not call fucking mall rats?
Here we go.
Oh, shit, I don't even have the link pulled up. Jesus.
So
Go, Greg.
Yeah, hurry up. We can get a few extra points on Greg. Come on.
And I will be reading tonight since I made the trivia. So good luck.
Thanks
to
again
me.
for that, Tim, man. I appreciate
Uh-huh.
that.
It was fun making it again. Like, it's amazing how much fun you have making it. Because you'll do 5 questions, be like, these suck, erase, start over. You know, like, you got to find that perfect mix. So,
but it's
really
also
quickly-
like trying to come up with the wrong answers as well and trying to make
yes.
it
There's only a couple of funny ones, but they're pretty funny. I don't know if Greg added any politically incorrect ones again, but
No,
Greg,
maybe
we'll
I should
see.
do that really quick.
no.
Really quickly, Mara is not feeling good. That's why she's not here tonight, but she'll be
Yeah.
back next week, and she's ready to take trivia because that is her Last Crusade is her favorite of the trilogy, so she's excited about that. So hopefully she gets feeling better soon, Mara. If you're watching, we do hope you feel better soon. So
Yeah.
it's not. It doesn't. It feels right. It doesn't feel right whether or not her being on here. It's kind of weird, isn't it?
Lethal sends his love, Mara.
Yeah.
Feels like a sausage fest.
Quick, someone identify as a woman.
I identify as semi-bisexual, so
Yeah, we all do.
that's good. That's good enough.
You
isn't
can't be on this panel unless you do.
it? Yeah.
That's right. It's a prerequisite.
What about if I
starting it up.
identify as a lesbian?
All right, wait, hold on. We've got to get Mega Jetty in there.
Technically,
He's here, so go ahead and join the trivia.
Are you going to play the trivia?
Hurry up,
Mega
hurry up.
Jetty?
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's
Tim F.
going to
said
play.
thanks to Greg and Tim for the trivia. So,
Yeah, it's
thank
fun,
you guys.
man. Thank you for
You
playing.
guys are. I love when we get this, and I love
Thanks
when
for
you
the
guys submit
thanks.
your own questions. So speaking of that, on the Discord there is a category on there or a channel for trivia only for suggestions and stuff. And Greg has actually put the CSV file in there, so you can actually download it, make your own trivia, and send it back to Greg, and then you guys can submit your own category. So check it out. Check it out.
the link for the trivia Mega Jetty is in the pinned comment. Or there you go. Oh no, that's the
It
Discord.
is the pinned comment.
Yeah.
Pinned comment.
Yep. We got about 10 seconds here.
And then another 10 once it counts down.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm telling you for the last time.
I'm so excited. I'm starting to
Countdown for the
right.
countdown. Sorry.
And this time, I mean it.
Go Dickfoot.
Antidote.
All right.
Hi, Charles.
We're ready.
I know. You cheat, Dr. Jones.
Dr. Jones, calling Dr. Jones.
All right, start.
Here we go.
Great up.
Yeah.
What's the name of the club in the opening sequence?
You made this one too
Moss
easy.
Isley.
Now, like I said, there's going to be a mix. There's going to be 1 or 2 extremely difficult ones, 1 or 2 shit simple ones, and then a pretty good mix.
You'll have to take your droids outside. We don't serve their kind here.
Let's see if this is 100%.
OD1.
Ooh,
12
man.
people get this one.
Who the fuck didn't get this right?
I didn't. I don't remember it was Club
Obi-Wan.
Obi-Wan. I just watched
Wow.
the damn thing.
It's like in a big, bright
Oh, I didn't know
sign.
that.
I didn't either. Yeah.
That
Damn, that
big
didn't-
tie
that's
for
not a good
13th
start.
place.
Doesn't the license plate say something like
No, she's getting enough.
never mind, all right, I'll shut up.
I can't remember. I can't remember.
Now I don't. Now I don't know that either. So
What is it?
I might
Tom?
have used that
what
one.
is it, Tom? Put it in the private
Number-
chat.
What is it?
Number two.
What weapon does Lao She's last attacking son use to attack our heroes in the club? Keep the location in mind. It is the Tommy gun.
Right.
But all those weapons are used at some point.
I should have watched this
Very
movie.
close at the top.
I know, Daniel. Thank you for reminding me.
What baseball
Wait.
team's cap does
How am I
Short
not-
Round wear?
Oh shit.
Damn
Well,
it! I think I got it wrong. Son
I think
of a
it's-
bitch.
I think
got
it's
both.
New York.
Yeah,
Yeah, they're all
That
New
narrows
York.
it down.
Yeah, they're all New
no.
York.
I
It's
think
the Yankees,
it's-
right?
Ooh, this one's
It's
gonna
New
hurt
York
people.
Giants.
God damn
Oh
it!
shit! God damn it!
That's probably one of the hardest ones. So
Yes.
just everyone take their mulligan and
yeah.
Fuck off, Tim.
Jesus, dude, I'm already
Jedi Luke got it.
Oh, yeah, what's in New York?
not even in fucking top 10 yet.
Number 4.
I'm probably lost.
Who played the role of Weber at the airport?
I almost gave this away, but I kept my mouth shut earlier because I'm like,
I know
oh,
it's
that could
hard
be a
not to talk
question.
about the
I
trivia.
know.
No pun intended.
I don't know.
Yeah, they do it in a real wide shot, so it's hard to tell who it is.
Yeah,
but-
you can tell by his voice, though.
Yes,
You can tell by his
100%.
voice.
Oh, don't tell me I guessed it right.
Probably.
Dan Aykroyd.
Yay!
Dan Aykroyd.
I got one right.
It's also in the credits.
Obviously.
So if you pay attention to the credits, you know that too.
What kind of front business was Lao She's plane involved in? I'm sorry. I'm just reading one of these answers.
Yeah, he's great.
Oh,
It says it on the side of the plane, so
Yes.
it is air freight.
Daniel Day says Kathleen Kennedy is also at the
Whoa.
airport.
Yeah.
Mega Jetty moves into the lead. Jedi Luke.
He picked the
down
rice
second.
fields.
Crop dust and rice fields.
They like crop dust and crops.
Santa Megatron says I crop dust Autobots.
What was used as a parachute from the plane?
Oh, yeah.
Sheet.
By our heroes.
That would have been interesting.
Sheet.
Rosie O'Donnell's underwear.
That would probably
Not big enough. Or too
That's
big.
the same
I mean.
thing as giant umbrella there.
Well, this one had only fooled 2 people.
3.
One of them was Raging Rhino. Just kidding.
it was.
Oh shit.
Oh, really? The big yellow raft. Right.
Yeah, man, that's like a big part of that
I haven't
scene.
watched this movie in so long. As soon as I start clicking stuff, I'm like, you idiot, you idiot. I'm like, I'm already done.
Fine,
I'm
you're
already done
second
with
to
this
last
one.
place.
How am I
Second to
still
last
behind?
place. You're doing great.
I'm doing in my usual.
How did
Oh my
Short
God.
Round's family die?
They all got shot.
What?
SARS.
I don't fucking know.
It's like pretty major dialogue.
I don't even remember
Yeah.
when that happens. Well, I
I
can
knew
understand
this
because
one.
there's accent.
It's when they're kind of settling down after the raft.
Yeah, that's right. Santa
Adventure.
Megatron. It was
I remember, but I'm trying to remember the exact. Shit! I think I picked the wrong one.
Oh, and I was gonna pick
I
that
knew it
one.
now because I remember.
Bombing of
yeah.
Shanghai.
Yeah, I picked.
He
Work
found
for
him
Pants.
half starving. That's what it was. Yeah. Son of a bitch!
God
And I
damn
went
it.
way down. Holy shit!
Ooh. 4 whole
You
points
still have a
separate first and
Chance,
second.
big chance.
I've got a chance.
Steve
Come
jumped
on.
up there. Look at that.
Yeah, he did.
Stieg is only a couple hundred behind now.
God, that's
Man,
bad.
I watched this movie yesterday. I have no fucking excuse.
What language was on the cloth manuscript? No, you don't have to know the language to get this one. But I will say that all 4 of these languages are what we call mutually intelligible in the linguistics community.
Are you a big member of the linguistics?
What you
Yeah.
just said was
I took 2
unintelligible
classes.
to me.
In college.
It's Tuscan.
so-
That's right, Timon.
Yes,
It's
it's-
Tuscan.
Yeah, there you go.
Ah, shit!
Oh, fuck off.
Yeah, fuck off with that question
This
for real.
quiz can go suck as many dicks as Kathleen Kennedy.
That was in the dialogue.
Now
so.
I'm way out.
I swear to God, it said Hindi when he had the subtitles.
No, it's Sanskrit. I got the wrong.
Sanskrit is basically the ancient language that all 3 of the others
What? Will's
spring from.
leaving. Later, Will. Have a good night, mate. He's going
Later.
to bed.
I'll see, Will.
Good night, Will. Number 9.
What was the title of the child ruler of the Pankot province?
Who fucking cares? I'm just picking. I'm done. I don't know anymore.
I don't know.
Did you watch the movie this weekend?
They said it one fucking time.
It was on TV on Monday
One
night.
time.
But while it was on, I was
They
editing.
literally say it in the movie one time.
Mm-hmm.
So I
One
didn't-
time.
No, several times.
No, I think it's only
Oh,
once.
I actually-
Because they call him, they say the kid.
Actually got it right. Oh no, I didn't.
Quit messing with the kid, short round.
God is not right.
I actually didn't get it right.
What was the answer?
Maharaja.
Okay, I got it.
Maharaja.
Timon is now in third place.
Oh.
Timon now in third place.
I
Mega
went
Jedi
down
Luke,
somehow.
Jedi Luki close behind. Number 10.
What was the child ruler's surname? They announce his name.
Ouch.
I knew this.
I'm guessing.
One of those answers. Two of those answers.
Should be
Two of
McClunky.
those answers are Star Trek.
They are McClunky.
Yeah. It's Sing.
But one of them is correct.
Solemn
The only
Sing.
reason I remember that is because he said Sing. I'm like, is everybody named Sing over there?
Hey, that's racist.
Ooh, Jedi Luki.
That's right.
To racism.
This is another one. Steve moves back into the top 3. Timon now in second place.
Was that racist? Was that racist? Oh my god, alright.
Number 11.
In which country did Short Round suggest his elephant go to join the circus?
Oh shit. I don't fucking know.
That's when he's kind of sweet talking the elephant and being nice to the elephant. And
I think I was
I'm
more
sure
paying
I got
attention
it
to
wrong.
what's her name being a ninja on the
you
elephant.
come to America with me and
Son of a
join
bitch.
circus.
Damn it.
I knew it.
Only
Yay! I think I'm in positive territory
How am I?
now.
What the fuck?
Yay!
I don't
I
understand
moved
this.
into positive territory.
sometimes it doesn't reset right away, Tom. It takes a couple of like go throughs. But it'll reset to
I,
right points.
I'm out of this bitch.
I'm out of it.
No,
too.
not
Hey man, I'm in the
necessarily.
top 10.
Number 12.
That's what Lando said when he pulled out of the droid.
What did the Thuggy worship?
I'm out of this bitch.
I mean, literally, they yell it.
Yeah.
A lot.
See, this is one of those
Like a lot.
softballs, so...
Like a lot.
Oh, god darn it. I think I picked the wrong one.
B is
Yeah, there's something in there to make you think for sure, Tom.
Yeah, it's because I was rushing.
You picked Shiva, didn't you?
Yes.
If I was thinking, if I was thinking and reading, then yeah, no, I rushed.
Trying to take his heart out.
existed.
And down I go like a French whore.
Look at Stieg in the top 3.
Guys. Oh my god.
Kalima.
Oh my
Stieg
god.
made a strong comeback.
Mm-hmm.
I've only had one wrong. But I've
Nice.
been too slow, so
What did Willie tell Indy he was too proud to admit? This is a great... This is like one of the only
You should have put that she was afraid
scenes
of
with
this
her I
snake.
liked. Yeah.
Snakes.
Why did it have to be snakes?
Yep, that he was crazy about her.
Timon now is right behind Mega Jetty. Stieg not very far behind either.
Nope. It's close.
Very.
I think I still got a chance
Yeah, you do, absolutely.
Sure, yeah.
to come last.
What did Short Round say it felt like he was stepping on? That should be a gimme.
I literally almost said it out loud, dude. It don't feel like.
It feel like fortune
It don't feel like
cookies.
fortune cookies.
Reckon to get away with that one today.
All of a sudden, streams down. Oh man, I was too racist.
Yahtzee!
I can't do it like Ryan.
It's the phobe. What implied punishment awaited Indy if he ever returned to Madagascar?
You'd have to sing "I like to move it, move it."
Is that like from the cartoon movie?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because he asked him twice. He's like, well, not that. Not that.
Yeah,
either.
exactly.
Then he implies it. Yeah.
It's ball snipping.
Oh, shit.
Yep. He even looks down. Yeah, it was his misunderstanding. That's right.
Yeah, that's why I said
He almost says
implied.
it.
Implied
Yeah.
punishment.
It was my misunderstanding. Yeah.
Fuck.
Ouch.
Yeah. Ouchie.
Shit.
Oh,
Ooh,
ouchie,
look at
Mr. Jones.
Stieg.
Oh, he's on the move.
He's gonna win.
How many questions left?
69.
Too many.
Oh my god, answer correctly faster, earn more points, beat Raging Rhino. I didn't even notice it said that up there. It said that up there. I didn't realize that.
That's what it says to mine, too.
Oh, that's great.
What the fuck?
Why did the thuggies want all 5 Sankara stones?
Because you got to complete the whole set.
Oh my god. D.
That was for Lyndon.
Nice.
Nice.
Like a pouty child.
I should have read the questions. I did a quick guess.
Gotta
one,
catch them all.
but,
That's right, Daniel.
I know that I got it wrong.
What's the answer?
It's A.
Sorry.
It's not A.
Oh,
it's
well then
B.
I got it right.
Yeah, because basically he
Yeah,
says,
they didn't give a shit. They're killing their people. They don't care about people.
That's right. They're basically says that they're
I read
basically
the
take over. These people, their people, and his people. Like they're going to take over all people.
I thought it was the other people.
You people.
What do you mean, you people?
What do you mean, you?
What do you mean,
What do you mean, you
Yeah,
people?
I know.
Fucking what's wrong with these people?
Look at that, man. Less than 200 points
Jesus,
difference.
Jesus.
You can do it.
Cut his fucking head off.
When
You
the
can do it, Dr.
trio of
Jones.
heroes were captured, what was Willie slated to be?
A slut.
That's one of the answers, yeah.
Oh, okay.
One of the options.
I don't remember which one this was.
Well, you could pretty much do all of them at once.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Well, I'd do C first before any of the others.
At least shut her up, right? If you know what I mean.
Yeah, giggity.
Because they won't talk with their mouth full.
Yeah.
She talks a lot. You sacrifice.
Indy.
My doctor said I can't do it right now. What does your dentist say? Anyway. 200 points. Difference.
I answered that way too slowly. I don't know why.
Yeah, same here. I was too slow.
Yeah, they didn't take.
What was the name of the main villain? There's a gimme for you guys. Come on.
Kalima.
No.
Um.
Oh my god.
I forgot I put that in there. Oh man, I did this late at night, so.
In the beginning, when that kid stumbles back in the village at night and they say Ranjit, and I literally went out loud, "Hello." I'm sure Greg got that one.
Enola Gray, someone answered. Probably no, it's not Megatron because he didn't pick that other D. So
That's true.
I can't move out of 10th place. What the fuck?
where did Indy fight the large thuggy guard?
That's the same guy that is in the first one. Plays 2 characters.
And
Is
in
it-
the third one, yeah.
He is in the third one too. I was going to say.
He's a wrestler from England.
Yeah,
One of
what
them
is
British
his
boys.
name? Do you guys know his name?
Pat something.
Yeah, Pat Roach. He plays
Pat Roach. Yeah.
Okay.
Kale and Willow.
Oh, damn it.
Oh my god, rhetorical choices. Fuck, my cat stepped on me and I misclicked. Hey, look.
Where
Kyle,
did
now
Indy
you have
fight
an
the large
excuse.
thuggy? Oh, yeah, I already read that one. Fuck me. Sorry.
Oh, it's still so close.
Man, it's so close.
Very
It's
close.
you got to click faster, Steve.
Jedi Luki is now in third place.
It's taking longer to get here from Norway.
Yeah.
Number 20. How did Mola Ram finally die?
Ooh. Nom, nom, nom.
That's a tough one. Like if you hadn't seen the movie in a long time, that you probably wouldn't get it right.
I don't know. That's one they
I can't fucking.
Well, he might be dead before it happens, though.
Yeah.
Well, he wasn't.
Well,
Because you hear him as he hits.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's screaming the whole way down.
Yeah.
what did
Which
you
one did you
Fill out
pick?
those TPS reports.
I picked C, shot by the
Okay.
British, but I
Some of his buddies probably were.
Oh, yeah, quite a few of them, yeah.
I can't get out of 10.
How many continents did the movie take place on?
shit, I think I got this
What a great
wrong,
theme.
too.
I know.
So the interesting thing about this one is it's like the only one that takes place on one continent. So
No way.
Shit.
Asia. Yep.
Oh, shit, it is one continent. Oh, my God.
They never go
Wow.
back to America.
They don't
or-
know. They don't.
I thought he
yeah.
did it that one bit.
Oh, my God.
Wait, what'd you say, Tom?
I thought they did it that one bit, but I guess not.
Nope.
No.
No, that's right.
You know what? Fuck
They
me
went
is I was
from
thinking,
China to India.
yeah.
Yeah.
Or wherever the hell they
Big
were.
takes-
Near India.
Mega Jetty dropped 2 spots.
That one
Luki
cost
up
Mega
to-
Jetty quite a bit there.
Yes, it did. Because
Oh.
everybody else was thinking country, not continent. I guarantee it.
Probably.
I guarantee
That's
it.
what I was thinking.
I went
Me too.
to
Yep, that's why I
Ah,
clicked 2.
So Steve
Because they're in
takes
2
the
countries.
lead. followed by
Mega
Jedi
Jetty's
Luki.
not happy in the chat. F you.
Yeah, no.
Hey,
Sucks
yeah,
to be
gotta pay attention-
you.
Gotta pay attention to the question.
That's
No.
Answer
horrible.
faster.
Go back to your geography class. What was the first thing Willie lamented about their adventures in the film?
Oh, my God.
This is the very
oh, my
end.
God. Damn it. I picked the wrong one. I clicked the wrong one. I
This
was
is a
literally
tough
trying to
one.
click-
You got to have a tough one.
I don't know if I fucking picked it.
I got this one wrong.
I don't even remember.
And it happens
It's being
sequentially.
fed snakes.
So, it that's the first
I
thing that
literally
happened.
went to click C and click B by accident.
Jedi Luki did that earlier on another question.
Oh, Mega Jetty moves up. Oh, Jedi Luki drops out of the top 3.
Oh, shit.
How am I still?
I know, right? Rhetorical throw. I heard the quote in my head.
How many questions are
Well,
left?
plus they happen sequentially. So,
Yes,
Can
she
only be
did
a
them in
few
order.
left.
Yeah.
3?
yeah.
Not that even.
23, 24, and 25.
3 left. Gee, it's tight at the top.
Where were they apparently headed at the end of the film? Headed to at the end of the film.
Oh, my God. What? Oh, yeah. Duh.
So, pretty interesting, but maybe about an hour away from where I grew up in Northern California, there was a town outside of Fresno, spelled the same way but pronounced differently. It was called Delhi, California, not Delhi, California.
Delhi,
God
okay.
damn it!
Yeah.
Because they mentioned Delhi multiple times, I believe.
I thought that's where they're going earlier in the movie.
Because they had to get to Delhi to get out of the country.
It's been a long time since I watched this.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
the capital.
Still very close.
Yep.
New Delhi is, but yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say New Delhi. Yeah.
It's like a district of it.
Some bullshit, that is.
That is.
Here we go.
Last question.
What is the first credit to come up at the end? There's no excuse not to get this because there's still live action scenery going on. So it's not like you hit stop as soon as
Unless
the images
they-
are done.
Unless they mess with it, it can only be one thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Guild rules, anyway.
Directed by?
Yep. Supposed to be.
Mm-mm.
Probably because it's George Lucas produced, that's why.
No one got it!
He's not.
Oh, man. Yep, it was casting.
I don't remember it saying, because I pay attention. I didn't see it. Casting.
That was weird.
I guess maybe because they did all the other shit at the beginning. I don't know.
Maybe.
And plus, it was Spielberg directing, right?
It usually doesn't matter. The guild rule is the director always gets the first credit
It is.
at the end.
It is. Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
And the last credit in the beginning.
Yep.
Used to be the producer, actually.
Wow. No one got that. Not one.
Nobody.
Jeez.
I mean, there's still live action going probably for 20 seconds. Like,
It's possibly
I'd say
just
a good
because
20 to 30 seconds, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they might have got away with it for various reasons, but, like, Lucas, it wasn't even in the guild anymore by that point.
No,
Or he just paid the fine and said, fuck
Yeah,
He did.
because that's what
He
he
didn't
did
give
for
a shit.
Star Wars.
I like that.
All right, number
Is this the only trivia?
25. The final
So
question.
it's a type-in one. Do you want to give him a second?
Is it a
That's
type-in?
a type-in one.
I
Yes.
didn't make it a type-in one.
We had that. We had that exchange.
I can make it before we get to
Does
it.
the time apply
Just
here?
make a multiple choice.
Yeah, just make it multiple choice. Just make it multiple choice.
Are you sure?
Yeah, that's fine.
Close one.
It'll still be not a tough one, but
You almost got to make it multiple choice because those two are too close. Those three are too close.
Yeah.
wait, what three?
Four.
The top three.
Our top three.
Top four.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, top four.
Either way,
Top
like
four.
it's, you know,
As long as we're beating Raging Rhino, that's all that matters.
Everyone's beating me.
That's not a bar.
But
and there's
that's
no
what it says.
That's a
excuse.
Mandalorian bar.
Who is that?
It's my grandpa.
What's that?
So,
Okay.
yeah, the reason I had to Google Sean Bean, I wanted to get the rank of Sharp, you know, to put as a fake answer. So, because he was in that amazing series Sharp's War, whatever the hell.
Yeah. Those are awesome.
Yeah, they are. So was the Horatio Hornblower with Ewan Griffith, also a good series.
All right. Kind of spread out on this one.
It's Captain Blumbet.
Yeah,
I got it right.
Yep.
Hey.
Boom! There it is.
One.
There's Steve.
Look at
Nice
that.
job, Steve.
Well done, Mega Jetty. Well done,
Bummer.
Moon. Well done, Jedi Loki. Even Blake got up there.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
In your face, Mega Jetty.
Them be fighting words.
Grogu in your
Nice
face.
job. Grogu in your face.
Here's the thing: it's like if you look at the top leaderboard. Okay, the top three people were 22 out of 25 correct.
Jesus.
All of
And
them.
fourth and fifth were 20 out of 25, and then sixth was 18 out of 25.
I think what happened was I was probably just slightly quicker.
I'm in the top. I'm almost in the top
Very
five.
slightly
So.
quicker because over 22 questions, it only mattered for less than 300 points. So yeah,
Yeah. It's just-
Well done,
I
subhuman.
probably won by a second, right?
Matter
Maybe.
of seconds.
Yeah.
Couple of seconds.
Dickfoot.
Yeah. Came 20th. I came in the top 20. Woohoo!
Nice job.
out of 24. That's
Yep.
it. And just bragging for that. Minus 1,000 points.
Yep. Now I become last.
Oh my god.
Boom.
Hey, I'm in the top 10
Congrats,
again.
Steve.
Yeah,
No,
nice
thank you.
job, Steve.
Yeah, gets a
Good
crown.
job, man. Good
I
job.
was lucky with the questions.
What's the lowest score?
Minus 1,441 by Dickfoot.
Yay, I beat some people because I get 2,000 for that one no one got right. So, unofficially.
Unofficially, yeah. Keep track of that.
Now the actual
the only
lowest
trivia
score was
tonight?
898.
I fucked up the Willie Scott one where she's complaining.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I just clicked on the wrong fucking answer. Yeah. I knew which one it
I
was,
knew
too.
I
I
was
just clicked on
wrong
the
right
wrong
after I
Hey, I'm
clicked.
in the top 10 again. I'm fine with that. I'm going to watch I'm gonna watch the next one at least 3 times this week though, because I love it so much. It's been a long time.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess I'm signing up for that one then.
Well, we gotta finish it out, don't we? We gotta do Last Crusade.
Yeah.
Well, if you technically mean finish it out, then we have to do the 4th.
No, Crystal Skull.
Technically,
Every episode of Young Indiana Jones Chronicles. Huh? No.
Maybe after that we should do the Back to the Future trilogy.
That would be good.
Yeah, that would work.
Yes.
I just watched Back to the Future yesterday, the first one. Because I got that 4K set from Best Buy, so we started watching it.
We could do Crystal Skull too, though, just to force people to watch it again.
True.
Yes.
True.
I'm in for it.
It's not the worst movie
I'd be down
ever
for
made,
it. It's not. No. I'd rather watch it over The Last Jedi, so, yeah. Any day.
Yeah.
Any day.
The first half of it, if you don't count the fridge scene, it feels like an Indiana Jones movie up until the jungle.
It does. Yeah. It does.
Well done, Stig.
Yeah. Nice job, Steve. Great job, Tim, on the questions, too, man.
Oh, yeah.
Appreciate it.
I think there's only one.
out of here.
I think there's only one that, technically wasn't in the movie, like the rest were, and it would be the baseball cap. That's just kind of something you have to know as a fan, I guess.
You lose your privileges for
I
tonight,
had no clue
Benzo.
about that one.
Wow, Benzo.
You don't be talking like that.
Yeah, Trey. I agree, Trey. I think Crystal Skull better than Jurassic Park 3 for sure.
Fucking saying that it's better than Temple of Doom. What the
Crystal
fuck?
Skull better than Temple of Doom. I just
What
went
the
back
fuck?
and I was like, hang on, better than Temple of Doom, and I read his previous comment, like, no. Benzo.
Ms. Martin Muses for 99 cents with a super sticker. She sent a rose. Thank you, Teresa.
Thank
I
you.
appreciate that very much. Thank you. Thanks for being here
Always
tonight.
love that. Seeing Teresa's rose.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Love that. Love it. Love it. But yeah, that was fun. I'm glad I got to watch it again. Like I said, it's the least watched of the 3 for me. I've only seen it a few times.
Santa Megatron, Crystal Meth is better than Crystal Skull.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I guess so, Benzo, but I don't know. That one you could almost argue there's some objective reasons that there's no
I'll
way.
agree with that. I'll agree with that. Yeah, absolutely. I'll agree with that.
There's just too many things that are wrong with that.
Jeez, look how hard that pole's going to that one side.
Well, first of all,
Jesus.
here's my main issue with Crystal Skull is it completely obliterates the first 3 movies. The first 3 movies are based on the simple fact that Indiana Jones is I guess an agnostic or a atheist, but all of the things that he finds are based in religion and are real. That's the kind of whole point of it. Once you introduce aliens or interdimensional beings, that kind of makes anything religious questionable. Like the two don't meld too well.
Same problem with Temple of Doom, though, because
those are still religious artifacts.
But
though.
If the Bible is true, then no other religion is true, because that's what the Bible says.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, but the Bible is also written by men.
Thing.
That doesn't mean that there's not different gods.
Yeah, but
just the idea of gods in general, I think, is. Yeah. But and introducing aliens makes gods null and void.
No.
Well, God could have created aliens too.
It's
you don't know.
It's not a very. The ideologies don't really cross very well.
No,
they should have gone with the Atlantis stuff for the 4th movie.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I agree. It should have been about this lost city of Atlantis, is what it should
have
been.
Or the Spear of Destiny that stabbed Jesus.
Yeah, I was wondering if they were going to go with that. A lot of people thought
that would have stuck more with the religious aspect. Yeah.
Oh, good pun. Good pun.
Yeah, I agree with Subhuman here. Crystal Skull is better than the Disney trilogy for sure.
Yeah.
That's a low bar, though. So I mean,
yeah, it is. It's a really, really low bar. Really low bar. Wow.
Could have done. Well, they did kind of El Dorado, didn't they?
Right. Yeah, and like Gelfers, I'm saying, they're not the same religion, but they are in the same category as far as like human religions. As far as like
I understand what you were saying. Yeah.
The novels that Tim mentioned earlier delve into a lot of those old mysteries. I've only read one of them, but it had to do with the Oracle of Delphi. You know.
So wasn't there a bunch of novels?
Yeah,
Yeah,
there's like a
but-
whole expanded universe.
Yeah, there's
Wasn't there
comics.
even like
James
Choose Your Adventure indie novels too? I want to say.
Yep.
Yep.
So let's get to our first topic here, guys.
Remember
Comics?
when kids used to enjoy films with Nazis and stuff in them?
Yeah, you do not see that anymore.
Not anymore.
Nope.
Well, wouldn't a good transition be like to Indy 5?
If you want the real Indiana Jones 4, go play the Fate of Atlantis game.
Well, the crappy part about Indy 5 now is like, look at it this way: we're going to be in the Galdarn 60s,
Yeah.
if not even the end of the 60s, because here it's been how many years since Crystal Skull? And Crystal Skull was what, 54?
Yeah, 50s.
Okay, Philosopher's Stone, Golden Fleece, and Atlantis. Okay.
Now it's 12 years ago in real time, so
Yeah, so we're going to be in at least the 60s, if not 70s.
Indiana
They
Jones
might
against
fudge it
the
a bit,
hippies.
but there's Indiana Jones and the hippies, Indiana Jones at Woodstock.
Acid taps everywhere.
I gotta find the bad acid.
Timon with a $5 super chat says, I have a claim on the trivia. Indy also fights the big Tucky in a minecart before the conveyor belt. The scene is on YouTube. I got it.
okay.
Their main fight, the main part of it is on the conveyor belt. I will give it to Tim on that for sure.
Well, he's not. Both of them are not in the minecart, are they?
No, I didn't think they were.
Well, that's the one that I picked, the minecart.
Yeah.
I thought the minecart was after, though.
That was after it, wasn't it?
It was.
The minecart is being pushed by the big thuggy with Indy in it.
Yes. Yeah.
You know, you would have
Thanks for the super
been
chat, though, Timon. Thank you.
surprised you didn't put a question in there about the PG-13 business.
Well, I get in trouble when I put out of the film stuff, so
That's right. That's how
I
it should
thought
be.
you were going to put a question about the animals Willie encounters in the forest. She's screaming. Like,
That's
which
just
animal
awesome.
did she not
That
scream at?
is an owl.
I had that
Yeah.
as a question and then I took it out. So
Oh,
What does she scream at? A snake? An owl?
Owl.
The snake is
A
the only one
bat?
she doesn't scream at.
She doesn't scream at the snake, though. The snake's on her.
That's the
he
one she
screams
goes,
at the snake.
cut it out, and she grabs it.
Yeah.
And, yeah.
That's right.
He's the one who's like, oh, yeah,
Yeah.
he freaks out at the snake, yeah. Yeah, the whole scene with there, it's when they're playing the cards and he's accusing her of
Those aren't
cheating.
birds, honey. They're vampire bats.
Giant vampire bat.
vampire
Yeah, bullshit.
Love it.
They're fucking fruit bats.
yeah,
Yeah.
But they are
Kenzo
really
says-
that big. That is true. Like the one that she picks up.
Yeah.
Like they
Oh,
get
yeah,
that
there's
big.
huge
Oh, man.
ones.
You should see some of the bats we get here.
yeah. You guys are like in weirdo
Is that right,
land.
Lyndon?
where There's all
Wait,
kinds of weird animals.
Last year or the year before, we had to go through a massive culling of the bats. They were going through the city and eating all the plants and everything. And
Really?
Yeah,
Like the fruit bats, you mean?
fruit bats, and they're
Oh, wow.
some of them are huge, man. Like
Oh, wow.
sometimes even just out where I'm at, I'm way out in the suburbs.
Well, that's not a bad thing because I guess because they weren't doing too well for a while in their numbers. So,
Oh, they're heaps. We had to
That's
cull
good.
them. We had to cull them.
well, that's kind of good. I mean, like here we have an
That's what
issue
they call
right now
bats in a
where
lot of places.
Flying
Flying foxes.
Yep. They're flying foxes. Yeah. But like we had an issue with a mold. Like it got into the bat population, so our bat population has been really hurt by it.
No
And
kidding.
of course, here they're a big part of our ecosystem because the mosquitoes get so bad in the summertime.
Oh,
you
yeah.
have to have them.
Yep.
Like, yeah, we almost try to
Yeah.
keep them around as much as possible. So yeah.
Bats in Australia are Jurassic sized.
Oh man, look at
Everything in
this.
Australia is either
I'm
big or
bringing up a
killing
photo
us.
for you now. I'm bringing up a picture.
Okay, I was
for you now.
wondering if you were, yeah.
Look at this guy.
Oh yeah,
Doesn't
they're
kill
big.
you, just kills you more.
There's people that
Yeah,
have
there's
them as
some
pets and
crazy
shit.
ones.
Jesus
Holy
H,
cow.
Look at
man.
the size of that thing.
Yeah, there's some
And
that people
they're everywhere.
Yeah.
outside of them pissing and shitting on everything. I can't imagine. I mean, I suppose they're eating all your plants. I mean, that'd be one thing.
Yeah.
But I mean,
Santa Megatron
He's
says
showing off
Indiana
his
Jones
wang.
in
He's
battle. There you go.
Flashing, yeah.
he's like, look at me, baby.
I know.
I think it'd be cool to have one as a pet, but I'd never want it in my house. Well, it's because they piss and shit all over everything.
Yeah.
But, like,
Maybe
there's
if you had a
videos
bat
out
cave.
there. What was that?
Crazy.
Maybe if you had a bat cave.
Yeah, well, that's what I was going to say.
There you go.
Like, there's videos on YouTube of people who have them as pets, and, like, they have, like, specific rooms and stuff for them. But, like, one lady had it out, and he was, like, climbing all over the furniture and shit and mouthing off. And
Damn.
Yes, that's right, Senate. The Australian bat is like a Dark Souls boss.
Yeah, we have
great.
so many bats here. It's like, what was it, Anchorman 2 when his mate gets bats and deep fries them because chicken's too expensive.
Oh, shit, are you serious?
Bat nuggets.
Bat nuggies.
I like that. And Three Amigos when they're, hand me another wing, will you?
That's my type of joke.
I mean, not a wing. Nice.
I just love it's San Diego. It's, what does he say? It's
San Diego.
It's Latin
Diego.
for vagina whale.
Diego.
Vagina whale.
What the
Vagina
hell is
whale.
diversity? I believe
Whale.
diversity is an old wooden ship used during the Civil War.
I was going to put that in my intro, like an intro for my show. You somehow try and put that in.
The hilarious.
Diversity.
So Lyndon's here.
These things start off tiny. Check this out. This is how big, like when they're...
Small
Baby
time, it
bat.
depends.
Jesus Christ.
If you have healthy bat populations, no. But obviously,
What's
you
up,
don't.
Dr. Coffin Nails?
You
How's
don't
it
want to be a
going?
person going into a fucking bat cave. You'll probably catch something, yeah. But I mean, like individually,
Look, it's Batwoman.
most bats don't carry as much. Like they don't carry rabies as
Batwoman.
much as people say. Like I think like raccoons and shit and possums are known to carry more rabies.
Well, you've got more of a chance of catching STD from a koala than you are from a bat.
Yeah.
Are they from Victoria? Says Santa Megatron.
There's a lot in Victoria. I know that much.
Well, the thing with the diseases is when they get into bat population, they are like what do you call it? They harvest all the viruses in their body or whatever. I can't think of the word.
And then when South Park becomes real life, and it turns into Bat Coon and the Coon.
What's up, John Beck? What's up, man? Oh my God, yeah.
That was all you guys had for. Oh, that's right. That's the other night you do the.
Yeah, Monday night.
Trivia, we get
Monday's the big trivia.
It's like that's
Yeah.
early. We blew our load already.
Yeah.
We haven't even gotten into the Disney shareholder stuff. Tom.
Grogu
Not even
gone.
touched
all
it.
over the.
It was a ghost. It was a ghost.
Spooky ghost.
Spooky ghost.
The whole load went into the Temple of Poon.
We are going to die.
Randy!
Oh, there was a ghost. There's ectoplasm. Did you see the ghost? It ran through here. It slimed me.
Yes, it was just a ghost, not a spooky ghost.
Yeah, the wind did it. Ooh.
The wind
Yeah,
did it.
exactly. The wind did it.
Got
Yeah.
Grogu all over him.
You're more likely to get rabies from Raylo than a raccoon.
No kidding. No kidding.
What about
so
chlamydia?
Chlamydia.
That's for the koalas.
Yeah.
See, now you got to
So,
put a
hey,
thing on your
what's up?
thing, Rhino, whenever the kitties come up and put on pussy cam.
Ah, yeah.
On your thing and do
The
it.
thing on
There
their
you
thing
go.
or put on
Thing.
pussy cam. That sounds really weird.
Okay.
Yeah, hi everyone.
So, okay, we're here 90 minutes into this, and you guys wanted to talk about the 500 Star Wars shows and the 500 Marvel shows.
Yeah, so
what you
last week we went for 6 hours thanks to you, Tom.
Well, yeah, because I came in right at the last minute, and I'm like, I did not expect you guys to go that much longer.
Yes, Timon, we
That's
are
what
doing
she
Last
said.
Crusade next week.
Yeah.
I know, right?
Giggity.
And I
What
can't stay up
happened?
that late tonight because I got way too much shit to do. tomorrow.
Said the actress to the bishop.
That's
You know
right.
the thing. You know
Yeah,
the
the
thing.
thing.
You know
Thing,
the,
you know.
the thing.
I thought we should do the trivia
Constitution.
early because again these topics are going to be long conversations.
Oh, there's a
I
lot.
feel.
There's a lot.
So
That's one of the reasons I sent Lyndon the invite, because we haven't even touched the MCU stuff. Lyndon, out of everything that was talked about during that investor thing, what were you shocked or excited for the most, to be honest?
I was actually working a double shift, and I was just trying to check on Twitter during the day at work. It's like, oh, a new show, and now I've only had a little bit of a chance to see the trailers. And Loki's pretty interesting. Pretty interested for that one.
Oh, I'm so
Oh, they have a
racist. I
graphic
thought
just
Rhino
like
was
Star
talking
Wars.
for a second.
Yeah, I think
Blade.
Yeah, the
Well-
PG-13 Blade.
PG-13, but yes.
Oh, you fucking kidding me?
Know a little bit about that.
Is there any way to blow that up, Jeff?
Yeah, I'll zoom in. Yeah.
I was told by somebody who almost worked on the show they are going to go as hard as PG-13 as they can. And you got to remember, as long as you take out the F words with vampires, you can get away with a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, Twilight.
Human blood, though.
Oh yeah, especially if they're vampires. That's the thing. You can kill vampires left and right. They don't count as people. See, like the MPAA will get. They don't care if it's aliens, robots, monsters, zombies, vampires.
Kill people.
That's where they'll give a shit. Like that's where you'll have a little bit more of a problem is how much blood you'll be able to see as far as like. But you got to remember, we live in a world now where since we've had Blade, we've had shows like True Blood. We've had Twilight, for fuck's sake. I mean, so I think they'll be able to get away with quite a bit in this show. The only thing I do know is that they haven't gotten Wesley Snipes on board yet, but they were trying to get him on board for the longest time to take on the Whistler role. But now with all this multiverse shit, I've been hearing some other rumors going around, so who knows?
Can I ask a question? Which of these are cartoons?
Just the
Secret Invasion.
What if? No, what if?
It's the what ifs. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So Secret Invasion is live action?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Yes.
Wow.
That should be Avengers.
I think that's going to be the equivalent.
That's basically what it's going to be. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You want to watch Moon Knight or you don't want to watch Moon Knight?
That's the only one I want to watch.
Moon Knight.
Yeah.
I just don't expect them to handle it well, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I'm more into Doctor Strange and kind of curious what they're going to do there. And I didn't dislike the first two Ant-Man movies, so I'm kind of curious about that one.
Yeah,
Fantastic Four, of course.
Ant-Man I liked.
Yeah.
The movies.
Do you need to scroll down, Jeff? Is there another row?
No, that's it. That's it.
Okay.
And I'm under the understanding.
Anybody watch the What If trailer?
Yeah.
Yes.
There's an Ant-Man show?
No, it's going to be a movie, but it's going to be the first, as far unless Black Widow gets shoved there first, it will be the first straight to streaming Marvel movie. Like it's going to, that's my understanding. So,
yep.
Okay, these are the ones on that list that really interest me. Would have to be, if anything, Fantastic Four, and I really want them to do it justice. And I don't know if they can, but I really want a good Fantastic Four.
Well, the bar is set low, though.
It ain't going to happen, so
yeah.
Be ready for that. It ain't happening.
Doctor Strange, yeah, I'm kind of interested in that. I liked Doctor Strange one, so that's
Fantastic
cool.
Four has a good possibility because every single fucking version of that has basically had something go wrong with it before that had something to do with, like, the studio. Like, I mean, the Corman one, it was they just made it to retain the rights. I mean, the 2004 one is probably the only one that I can think of that kind of went off without a hitch, but that sequel kind of sucked.
They both sucked.
Well, they both really sucked.
I just feel like doing PG-13 Fantastic Four is the wrong way to go about it.
Nobody said they had to be PG-13.
No, but Doctor Doom needs to be pretty dark if you're going to do Doom.
Well, and I think that's part of the reason,
super chat.
Yeah.
Says you think they'll cast Katy Perry as Lady Loki in the Marvel Loki series?
I don't know.
They already showed a trailer.
I don't know if she's in the trailer or not. Thanks for the super chat, Borg Pork. I appreciate that. Dr. Coffinails agreed 100%. Chance of Reed Richards being white and straight, not good. Correct.
Well, we'll see.
Correct.
Where's the What If show? Why isn't it on here?
I don't know why it's not on here, but it's basically it's the only one that's animated, so it's not on here because it's animated. I'm guessing.
That's
plausible.
I sent you guys a trailer for that. Did you guys watch it?
Well, wait. I Am Groot is animated though.
It is.
I thought. I could be wrong.
Loki,
I didn't think it was.
Loki, I'm sort of interested in, but like it's just for me, Loki can't touch anything that happens in any of the events that happen between Avengers and Endgame. So
it kind of can, but it can't. I mean,
he jumped out. That's when he picked up
the. He's in a different realm. Like he's in a different timeline. Is that what it is?
Yes.
Yep.
Well,
so
here's the thing.
Loki's in his timeline.
This Loki, spoilers, guys, because there was a leak about Thor: Love and Thunder.
Mm-hmm.
This series is going to lead into that. And the Loki that's in that movie is going to be this Loki now, since the other one's dead.
Got it.
So basically, we get the bad Loki again. But again, like a lot of these shows, I'm starting to realize from the trailers and stuff are all kind of what we were talking about before, I think, on here, where I said, like, I have a feeling they're going to kind of go back and let us know what happened as far as in between the time when Cap put all the stones back. And that kind of appears what most of these shows are going to be surrounding. I don't know about what Winter Soldier, but, like, obviously that's what... There's big bits of that in the Loki thing, because there was flashes of stuff that obviously that's what they're going to be talking about.
Well,
and I even seen Captain America quick.
There was a shot in the Loki trailer that looks like Black Widow in the stone.
And that's what I'm thinking. That's what I've been telling you guys all this time, and that's why I think Black Widow's more important than we think, is she's not dead. I have a feeling it's going to start out, because it's supposed to take place in multiple time periods, so it'll start out as a prequel, and then it'll probably end... Or they may even have like a tag-on scene where she's like back, and we don't know why, and we'll find out in one of the other series what happened. Yeah.
Yep. My question with all of this, like, how many things are on that list? There's 4, 8, 12, 16, 18, 19 things just on that list. When are they all coming out? They're obviously
good
not all
portion
coming
of them aren't until
time.
2023 or 24, I think.
Yes, but what my point is, okay, you release, let's say, 6 of these things in 1 year. It's a lot to try and consume for one universe and one, like, to just try and keep
it is,
everything
but it isn't.
together.
If you think about it,
for a while they were doing 3 movies a year almost. I mean, so people
Yeah,
were
but
already
that's
used to
very
consuming
movie. You're
that.
talking 3 or 4 series, like 2 series and a couple of movies and this and that. I don't know.
It's going to be spread out though over the year, and it's going to be
exactly.
spread out. So,
it's going to be spread out to retain the customers, and I think the only ones of these that are going to theaters offhand are Shang-Chi and Captain Marvel that I know of. And maybe Secret Invasion. I don't know about.
How many of these are confirmed woke?
Well, Ironheart is.
Ironheart's definitely
that
Ironheart, Captain Marvel
Eternals,
2, Ms. Marvel,
Eternals,
She-Hulk,
Well, Miss Marvel's that's what we touched on last night, because everyone's like, they're going so woke, but then the woke mob's going after them for not.
I know they really are, because it's not woke enough. Exactly.
Well, it's the casting choices they use.
Would you think that WandaVision's going to be a little woke?
I don't know. From the trailer, it doesn't really look like it should be. I mean, there's
not any more or
really,
less or anything else. Right?
Yeah, like there's nothing really about it that screams like wokeness. It's if anything, WandaVision. The more I see of it, the more interested I become.
It does look interesting.
Yeah, it's obviously setting up the multiverse.
It does.
The more I see, the more I.
They said it's going to lead into Doctor Strange, and then that's going to lead into Spider-Man 3. So
the trailer or the promo video for WandaVision.
WandaVision,
It looks a hell of a lot like those promo videos from the Fallout games.
Well, it's because they're emulating the same kind of era. That's why.
Yeah, it's just. I thought it was like a Fallout thing when I first looked at it.
What were you saying, Greg?
I guarantee Fallout was more funny than this will ever dream of being.
Oh, absolutely.
Maybe, yeah, but I don't know how this is going for funny so much as.
So what is Lyndon most excited about?
Yeah, Lyndon, what are you excited about most?
I was always on for Doctor Strange. I love Doctor Strange.
I'm going to say the same thing.
Yeah, that's probably the one I'm looking for.
Is Renner in Hawkeye?
Yeah, he is, but $5 says he dies by the end of it.
Oh yeah,
is that
Gets replaced by a woman?
Yeah, the Hawkeye.
He'll get replaced by his daughter.
Well, it's Kate Bishop.
She's in it. It's Kate Bishop.
Yeah, it's Kate Bishop.
Is that a series or a movie?
It's a series, I believe. The only ones on here that are movies are Shang-Chi, Doctor Strange,
Captain Marvel 2.
Captain Marvel 2. I think Eternals is a movie, yeah.
Yeah. That was
it is. It was.
Shang-Chi is a movie.
Shang-Chi's a movie.
Fantastic Four.
Fantastic Four is supposed to be a movie. I believe Secret Invasion is supposed to be a movie, or is that supposed to be a series?
No, it's a series. I'm checking.
Is that supposed to be based on the Secret? Is that supposed to be based on the Secret Wars, or is that something else?
I think it's loosely based.
Is a different thing.
Well, it's going to be it's that's the what's his face Samuel Jackson series.
Yeah, after they handled the Kree and Captain Marvel, I'm not excited about it at all. So
yeah, I'm kind of up and down on I don't even get me started on Captain Marvel.
This is a great comment here, but I know I highlighted earlier, but he's correct. MCU 2021 is Marvel Comics in 2015, most likely. Yes.
If they did the original storyline from the comics where he's actually fighting Dracula, that could be a badass series. Not like in episode 1, but if it's like a build up toward that. I
know what you mean. Yeah.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
I'm cautiously pessimistic on Blade, or optimistic, I guess, more so.
Could it be based on that?
Yeah.
Secret.
Who the hell is Ironheart?
That's Riri Williams.
You don't want to know.
Riri Williams. Yes, correct. She is basically a sociopath. To be honest with you, she is a sociopath.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that one.
They write her as they write her, and you read her like she's a villain almost when you read the comics. It's like, wait, is she supposed to be a fucking good guy? Like she's not acting like a good guy at all.
It was just like Captain Marvel movie.
It's same.
It's just like the idiot. Who's the guy who came up with her again? I can't think of it.
Oh, it's is it Bendis?
I think so, because he's all like,
"Oh yeah, it was Bendis."
Dickhead.
Because they're like, he was like talking about Riri and the name and all this shit. I'm like, he must not know shit about like black people because
Bendis none of them do. Come on,
if anybody gives you the name Riri, it's not a good thing.
There's nothing on Ironheart in here.
Oh, it's new, man. It's like
it's new.
They made it just, I guarantee, just so they could say, "Oh, we'll do this," and then have a series. I think she debuted in 2016,
2015 or 2016.
Well, that's one thing is some of these characters people pointed out were Marvel after Disney. That was the big thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, I'm looking forward to the Guardians stuff. I think that'll be okay. She-Hulk, not so much. Moon Knight, maybe okay.
Can you play me up, Jeff?
Yeah, hold on. Let me read a super chat real quick from Dr.
That's what she said.
Dr. Coffee Nails for $5 says, "Nobody stays dead in comic books. I'm surprised they haven't brought back Uncle Ben as the Gray Spider." Nice comment there, Dr. Coffee Nails. Thank you for the super chat, man. I appreciate that. Absolutely.
There's a big lack of X-Men, though.
Rhino.
Yeah, I was going to say, what's happening?
There's a reason for that. I think they're trying to distance themselves a little bit.
Yep,
I just wanted to show the art.
I think I have that book.
Great artwork, yeah. Yeah, I believe I have that.
That's
cool.
I've got
that.
Is that the one that Bob carries around everywhere?
I don't know.
That's what he says in his book.
How cool does that picture look?
That's how he learned about Captain Marvel and why she was the bestest ever, and he had to make sure that Captain Marvel got made.
Maybe.
Jesus. Bob Iger.
Quicksilver in here is explained to be obviously what's his name's son.
Good night, Benzo.
Talk about being the smartest, dumbest person in the world.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, no, seriously, think about it. You've got the market cornered on girls, right? Like, there's no market that Disney hadn't had cornered in that quadrant outside of Barbie, right? Mm-hmm. Like, boys, they're like, okay, so now we got to get the boys on board with Disney. What do? We buy the two biggest franchises as far as boys' toys go, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they keep trying to make it appeal to girls.
Yeah. And the girls that do like it the way
already liked it the way it was.
Liked it the way it was. Like, and they saw themselves in the female characters that were there. So, like, again, seeing yourself in these characters. Oh, it's dumb.
No, but as far as the X-Men thing, though, I think they're going to pad it out a little bit. I mean, actually, WandaVision does have some X-Men teases in it, and I think so. I think they're going to do what I predicted a while back, and that is sprinkle in some X-Men stuff throughout, and then like 5 years down the line, we'll get a proper X-Men movie.
Mm-hmm.
Like there was already rumors that a young Storm might show up in Black Panther 2 like last year, so I remember that.
Miss Marvel's not even in here.
Well, that character's been around since the 70s.
That's why I'm surprised
Miss Marvel?
it's not in here.
The different which version?
Yeah,
I know there's so
exactly.
many different versions of each of those.
Yep.
But like, I'm surprised that there's not even a mention.
No, but I think it was.
Kamala Khan's Miss Marvel.
What's her name? The one that played Captain Marvel. What's the character's name?
Shit.
Oh yeah.
I used to know every comic name for DC Marvel.
He's sleeping now.
Whatever the fuck her name was, I think she was the first Ms. Marvel, if I'm not mistaken. So
was it something Andrews or
Carol Danvers?
Carol Danvers?
That's
yeah.
it. Yeah, I knew it was something like Ers I'm sorry.
Someone correct me if I'm wrong, but I think she was the first Ms. Marvel.
She was the first female Marvel. Yeah.
Captain. Dude, I've got like boxes of comics on this other wall here. I used to go into the comic shop for 25 cents in the 90s and just buy tons of back issues and just read them.
Captain Marvel.
Monica Rambeau. Yeah.
Well, and like Teresa points out, I'm perfectly fine with my Disney princess when I get my girl stuff. And that's the thing. Most girls that are going to be into Disney princess stuff probably aren't going to be into fucking Marvel and Star Wars. I mean, there may be some crossover with Star Wars, but not so much with Marvel. Yeah. So why try and even? It's like forcing a square into a hole for a square or circle. Where you know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
Yeah. Fucking bullshit.
How cool is that? The Dark Avengers, and like you've got Iron Patriot, who is Green Goblin. Like, look at that picture.
Mm-hmm. That's a good picture. Mm-hmm.
That's sick.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I don't think I read the Dark Reign
thing. Man, they could just... This is the thing with... I don't understand why they don't just adapt things like that. Like,
Feige said they're done doing that, by the way. He said they're not adapting comics anymore.
And things like that. Oh, it's dumb.
Feige said they're not doing that anymore. Yeah.
They're going to make their own
They can do their own. They can write their own. They don't need these, how many years has Marvel Comics been around? They don't need those years of other stuff. They got their own.
I swear it's got to be something inside Disney where they just do not like paying past writers. That's got to be
most likely.
That's got to be the motivation, because I don't understand otherwise why tossing out the EU, why tossing out all this past stuff with Marvel.
But this is what I don't get about that, right? If they were to just actually do that, they would make heaps of money to the point where, yeah, okay, they've got to give out, the royalties to some people, but they're making so much money from this stuff because this is the heart of it. This is where it all sort of came from.
No, I agree with you. Yeah.
Do it. Last year, the second highest story-based Star Wars product in print was the Marvel 108, the comic that continued the old 80s.
Well, I was going to say, don't all the reprints always outsell the new ones anyway?
Yeah, I think Alora had spoken to someone who works at Barnes & Noble when she was there, and she said the person that told her the old stuff outsells everything else, and he just pointed at the shelves, and it was full of Disney Star Wars, but all the EU stuff was pretty much gone. Man.
They can't sell it,
and that's the only reason the stuff is still in print. I guarantee you, if there was any chance that the old stuff sold even remotely less than the new stuff, they wouldn't print it anymore.
Yep, that's right.
Yeah, and in July, they're going to re-release all the Knights of the Old Republic comics in a hardcover omnibus. 1,300 pages.
Yep. There you go. That's a direct... Yeah.
Yep.
That was that thing that you tagged us in, wasn't it, Stu?
Yeah.
He did.
I gotta get my hands.
Yeah, and here's what's going on. Like these new books, because I'm in a couple of Facebook groups just to keep an eye on stuff, and these groups say, "Oh, we like the old and the new," but they don't. They only like the new. If you start posting about the old, you can get bullied, and they allow it. If you bully the people that like the new, then you get banned from the group. But anyway,
it's the same in Star Trek and Star Wars.
Oh yeah, groups, it is. But the point is, I'm in some of those too. But the point is, like the people who do like this shit, they like it for the woke stuff, and the minority screams the loudest because they kind of have to. So that's why there's this perception that these new Star Wars books and comics are popular, because someone is loudly saying these are awesome, Dr. Aphra's awesome, and stuff like that. But it's not.
Are they actually watching it or reading it or buying it though? They're definitely advocating for it.
Some do.
Good point.
Watching it.
Some do, but
a very small amount. I'm willing to bet. Yeah.
But they want to hear that. They want to hear that identity politics message. That's the thing about these people.
Happen though. The reason they picked the Old Republic comics is because they're going to do a remaster Knights of the Old Republic game, because they're already doing that with Mass Effect, and Knights of the Old Republic was made by BioWare 2 just before Mass Effect, and so good timing with the KOTOR comics, right?
Yeah, they shut down that. There was a guy doing it for, he wasn't going to charge for the game at all. He was doing his own remaster of KOTOR, like completely redoing the whole game with all the new graphics, the new engine, and they shut him down. They sent him a cease and desist letter, like in the summertime. Actually, I think it was winter last year. Yeah.
Same with the guy who was remaking the Dark Forces game, and holy crap, that one looked good.
Well, if I can swing the conversation just for a moment back to the whole Disney announcement, I'm curious how many of you really think that Disney dick slapped HBO Max with their announcement the other day. Like Giovanni says.
No.
No. Even
I don't
I'm
know.
fucking saying that.
Well, you guys don't think that they dick slapped?
Fuck no.
No, because
absolutely not.
I was saying earlier, I think it was your Raging Rhino show, or Casual Rage, I mean. These shows appeal to the same, like, the people that watch them are only going to subscribe once, right?
Yeah.
And most of these shows that are going to be on Disney Plus seem to be not terribly normie friendly. I think the What If one's kind of like they'll look. I think normies will look at it and go, "What the fuck is this shit?"
Right.
Like your average, Infinity War fan is gonna look at that and see like, okay, it's Vision and Wanda in the '60s. That's dumb. Boo. I don't think like these shows are just gonna cost a shit ton of money to make, and I don't know if they're gonna net many subscribers.
Well, I thought it was funny that Bob said, quality over quantity, and it's like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah, and then spams just
exactly
shotgun fire from the hip. All the
thermal detonator.
Yeah, what's your? I'd hate to see your definition of a bukkake because
it was like basically the makeup cannon from The Simpsons.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly what it was. Yeah.
We worry about quality over quantity.
I know.
Well, I think it would still be
one or two really good shows and spend the money on those, save all the other production costs on all this other garbage that very few people are going to watch, and they certainly aren't going to stay subscribed for. Like, just make a couple really good ones that are compelling. And like, what I want to know is, okay, all this streaming stuff, is it going to be this modern, lazy fucking Star Wars 8 half-an-hour episode shit, or are we going to actually get a story?
Basically, this is the way I see this.
Star Trek works harder than fucking Disney.
I view this as Disney
They
needs
honestly
as
work
much money as quickly as possible because of the pandemic and everything. So they've just gone, all right, what's all our ideas? Yep, we're just going to announce it all. Poof! And we're just going to greenlight everything.
Well, basically, this is the way I see this whole, dick contest, according to Giovanni Campia. The way I look at it is, you all have seen The Godfather, right? For the most part. Like, okay, yeah, Disney might have been them gunning down Sonny, but they just pulled a Mo Green on the entire fucking industry. Like, they came in and just took everybody down. Like, they cut everybody off at the knees. They're like, including theaters and everybody else. I love how Disney's like even pretending that theaters are going to exist in May now. Like, that's the funny part. And that's what Andre brought up. He's like, oh yeah, this was just a strategic, fence-sitting move. Yeah, it was like, so they're just making sure they can play favorites right now. That's all it is. They know damn well they're going to end up having to release Black Widow on streaming.
Oh yeah, they know it.
Well, that's why I thought it would be fun, like, to look at least the Star Wars list and say, go through each one. What's the percentage possibility that it actually sees the light of day?
I'll bring it up here in a second.
I think that would be a fun exercise. Whenever we have time.
With their new technology for filming, I'd say pretty good.
All of them 100% then, you're saying?
Not 100%, but pretty good. Like, in that 80 percentile range. And I mean, the longer it takes for things to like Kenobi to get started, like the less chance shit like that's happening. But like the other stuff, there's more likeliness to them. The only thing with Kenobi is, the thing with Kenobi is you've got so much talent involved with Kenobi, and that said talent will obviously have other schedules. So if they don't get shit off the ground, then the talent will go to their other job. It's not like Ewan McGregor needs fucking Obi-Wan Kenobi right now.
No, he doesn't.
No.
Daniel James for $14.99 Super Chat. Thank you, Daniel. He says there's no variety in the shows. That's only going to bring in one group of people. There's no variation to try and reach other demographics. Yeah, exactly, Greg. Thank you, Daniel, for the Super Chat. I do appreciate it.
I don't think it's even normie friendly. Like, it seems...
No, it's not.
Some of the movies, maybe. But, like, the TV shows don't seem very normie friendly. Like, if you're not, like, deep into the shit, like... You might watch it.
Well, then what's the point of doing that, though? Because that goes speaking right to like people like Stieg's heart when you say like, well, then what the hell was the point of getting rid of the EU if you're trying to appeal to the nerdy nerds of the Star Wars community? It makes zero sense.
Yep.
Right.
Sort of.
Everything that they've done makes zero sense.
Yeah, sort of.
To me, anyway.
Well, I get it. It's a rhetorical question, but still.
I know.
Yeah, they don't know what they want, or they're just trying to have it both ways. I don't know. Like, because if you look at even Mandalorian, like the references that they're making in the Mandalorian, like if you didn't watch the fucking Clone Wars or Rebels, you're like
you have no idea what's going on.
Lost. Yeah.
Or if you didn't, if you didn't read the comic books or read the EU, you see fucking Boba Fett alive, and you're going, didn't I see?
What the fuck's he doing? Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah.
Or if you did see Clone Wars, like Stieg and I, and we still don't like it. So there's some of those people as well. Yeah. So yeah,
you know,
so, I mean, it's
I would have liked the Clone Wars if it wasn't canon.
Yeah,
because then it wouldn't have messed with anything.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and I got pissed off. Speaking of canon, and I'm somebody obviously most of you know, listening and so on. I'm not even a big EU person. Like I just heard the whole thing of like, you know, we're going to get the rematch of the century with...
Oh, gosh.
She doesn't understand.
Well, Justin Proper said it. The rematch happened in A New Hope.
That's what I said. That's exactly what I said when I heard it live. Anyway, I'm pretty sure it's live on our thing. But...
Here's the thing that I've seen a lot of people miss. Everything that wasn't the 6 movies was EU. So the Clone Wars was EU.
Mm-hmm.
So people bash the EU, but yet they love the Clone Wars. I mean, if they love the Clone Wars, they're loving a part of the EU.
I know. Mm-hmm. Yeah, people don't realize that because they're fucking stupid. So it's true.
Fucking stupid.
They are. And Kennedy was not the only person to say it. Tom, Deborah Chow did as well. He said she said we will definitely see Obi-Wan and Darth Vader get into it again.
And Ewan McGregor said it as well. They were all three of them said it.
This was yesterday. Yeah.
Like,
Yep. Yeah, it's stupid. I was talking to this guy on Twitter, and we're going back and forth. He's talking about how it's so good that they're doing with the Mandalorian. I'm like, they can't even get their own fucking lore straight.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I can forgive.
They can't even get the fucking Mandalorian straight.
They can't even get anything right on that show.
I can forgive minor things, but this is a pretty big fucking deal. Like, I mean,
and Kathleen Kennedy keeps her job. Well done, everyone. You got what you wanted. You're getting the Mandalorian.
We all knew she was going to keep that job.
KK at the helm. I don't care whether or not we all knew. This confirms everything that she's doing now is A-okay. The fucking shit that we still haven't got an apology, and I know that we're never going to get one.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
No, of course not. Why would they apologize? That means they're admitting their
Never. I can't even talk about Star Wars anymore.
No, each and every one of these series, I've got like zero real interest in. The droid story.
Who cares?
Yeah, maybe, but
the Acolyte. Who cares? Rogue Squadron. If that was actually done properly,
they're going to destroy it.
The problem is, guess what? You decanonize the EU, which technically means, because you want a creative freedom, means you shouldn't be taking anything from that because you want to create your own characters, which means that Rogue Squadrons shouldn't actually have Wedge in it, even though we actually all want Wedge in it, but it really shouldn't.
It's not going to have any.
Did you see the casting on that? They already have a casting announcement on it. So
for Rogue Squadron?
Yes. It's Latina. I can't think of her name. So
whose cats are fighting?
Yeah, there you go.
The Rogue Squadron.
That's my dogs.
If they're gonna stick to their own canon,
I was about to yell at my dog and cat.
They can't have Wedge in it,
guys,
because they've already made it canon that Wedge retired right after Return of the Jedi due to injury. That was Chuck Wendig's doing.
Mm-hmm.
So if they're going to stick to their own words, then there's not going to be any Wedge in it, which means a Rogue Squadron without Wedge isn't Rogue Squadron.
Rogue Squadron. No.
I'm sure they can wedge him in somewhere.
I was waiting for somebody to make that joke.
Remember the radicalization wedge?
Who gives a fuck about Andor? Ahsoka's going to be one of those series that is going to appeal to the people that liked Clone Wars and Rebels, and I was one of those people because I was an Ahsoka fan. But again, you made her so important that I've completely gone off Ahsoka. Mm-hmm. And that's probably going to end up being woke in some way, shape, or form. She's going to go and meet up with Luke and tell him how bad of a man he is.
Yeah.
Notice the graphic around the Ahsoka logo, too.
Yeah, I noticed that too, Jeff.
All Between Worlds is coming. They're going to change it all.
Yes, it is.
The two shows, live action shows out of all these that no one will give a fuck about are Andor and the Acolyte. Those two are going to be complete fucking failures because no one will give a fuck about them.
Well, the funny thing is the Acolyte is the only one that's not set in a time period that's already something that we are, known.
Yeah.
Like you guys were just saying, speaking to the whole thing of like, get the fuck out of the time period that we know so you can do something on your own. And then what do? They give Leslie Headland the Acolyte show.
Exactly.
But it's still based on the High Republic.
It's still a prequel.
It should not be there.
It's the same thing with Star Trek.
It should be way after the fucking sequel trilogy. To give them that timeline. Don't fucking go back to that before the prequels, and you're going to contradict the entire prequel trilogy. I guarantee it.
Well, with the High Republic, they've done away with the rule of two, which means the prequels makes no sense. And they're going to have the Sith apparently has had an all-out war with the Night Sisters. The Night Sisters planet is right next to Mandalore.
Yes.
On their own map. So how can they not know there's an all-out war with the Sith going on in the galaxy?
Well, the answer basically...
I don't know anything, Stig.
The answer basically lies in when you got Filoni saying, these time periods never really matched up before anyway. So that's their excuse of saying, look, nothing is going to match up, folks. It's just all going to be random bullshit.
And this is what you wanted, because you wanted the random bullshit that is The Mandalorian, and you all are okay with that, and that's what you're going to get. Well done.
$5 from Timon says, what if they got rid of the EU just to avoid paying royalties to writers like EVS got money from?
Well, that's what I was saying.
They're still publishing them, though.
Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah. But then again, they're not paying.
But hold on, though. Timon has a point, because they are hiring these people that aren't even authors to write books. Like this asshole Daniel Jose Older. He was a fucking paramedic, and now he writes Star Wars books. So they pay him probably basically a third of what they paid the real authors.
Basically a scab, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're just taking them in from the street, really.
Mm-hmm. I mean, think about before you had Timothy Zahn. You had, all these big name writers. Some of their books sucked, but still, they were big name writers that actually had experience. Terry Brooks.
Yeah,
there was somebody that Jeff from World Class Bullshit has interviewed. Sorry, Stig.
J.W. Rinsler?
I think it was him, yeah.
He wrote non-fiction books.
He interviewed him about what sort of... Because he was there at the transition of going into Disney taking over.
And I got to... Oh, go ahead, Ryan.
No, I was just going to say, he talked a little bit about that and how behind the scenes things definitely changed. I don't think he could elaborate too much on what he was saying, but... Again, I will just say the heart and soul of Star Wars is gone. Gone. What Star Wars was, it was never coming back.
I just got to say one thing, though, Ryan. I mean, The Mandalorian has very little to do with this, more so because most of this shit was already before The Mandalorian was a thing.
I get that.
Yeah, but so like writing, all this is a result of the pandemic and them not being able to move on to anything new.
I get
That's what that is.
But I think the writing and the law that they're going to break and all of this kind of stuff really stems from, everyone's okay with this. This is the highest level that we need to actually, 19 pages of script in that episode. I mean, I know it was taken a little bit out of context with what the guy was saying in that interview because I heard the whole interview. I actually watched Anna's video, which was really good on that. But Like these are the limits that we're getting, and it's this bitch that's still in control. And
if you
I'm done
This
with it.
bitch.
if you look at the last episode of The Mandalorian, right, it's being hailed as a great episode, right? Bill Burr was fantastic and all that. If you go back to the beginning of that episode, they're trying to find Baby Yoda. The only reason this episode happens is because the Mandalorian is so dumb that he didn't remember the fob he has in his pocket that he used to track Baby Yoda with before.
Well, yeah, that or they didn't.
Tracking fobs are gone. They don't know what the fuck
exactly,
they're doing
or like we were just talking about before. I think it was on your guys' last stream or somewhere I was talking about where, they just little lines of dialogue could explain so much as far as like little stupid shit they do. Like all you got to
They
say.
don't know how to write. That's the problem.
Yeah,
they cannot write to save their life.
I mean, you could have just had to have said in the first place that a tracking fob only works when you have somebody who has had one, an implant or what have you, and then the same thing with like him having the fob still being like they only work for so long or whatever, or he removed the tracking fob so they couldn't find him.
They don't think they have to. That's the problem.
Just little lines of dialogue. Same thing. Yeah.
Well, they don't have to because people blindly praise it anyway because it's all Boba Fett in
correct. Same people who criticize the sequel trilogy, remember?
Because there you go. Like you said, all you had to do is Carl Weathers go, "What about the tracking fob? Can't you use that?" And he'd go, "No, it's only active for us." Or no, I removed the chip in the kids so they couldn't, so the Empire couldn't find him.
Pulled it out of my penis.
Say that on Twitter and you get your head chewed off.
Yeah, my response dialogue.
Daniel
would be,
James.
Why didn't you do that in episode 3?
Well, and Steve, I'm kind of in the middle of the road on this thing. I enjoy some of the things in The Mandalorian, but I'm not blind to all the stupidity in it either.
It's okay to enjoy it.
I agree. Yeah,
that's right.
Like it, fantastic.
That was actually my lowest ranked episode, other than the frog
guys.
lady.
Let me
Go
do this
ahead.
real quick. Daniel James for $5.99. Thank you, Daniel, for the super chats tonight, man. I appreciate it. He says, "So we not going to watch these? Send a message. Send a message."
Yeah.
So
I'm not.
Well, I'm gonna watch them.
Mandalorian is one I would probably watch on my own, but like the rest of these, outside of maybe the droid one and Kenobi, like Andre will have to make me watch them.
Well, I'm not paying for them. I'll just drop Anchor. I'm not gonna pay for them.
I'll probably read some recaps.
The message has already been sent, and the message is hashtag without respect we forget.
Yes.
And
that's
2 months ago,
I agree that the message has already been sent. Like we tried to send this message, and we've been fighting for basically the right to be heard by these creators, saying that you're destroying what we loved. Can you please hear us and actually acknowledge what we're saying at least, and try and fix it and work in the right direction? And they go, "Yes, we're hearing you, but we're not going to listen to you."
The only one there who gives a shit is Favreau.
Yeah, but again, as long as she's there, and as long as he's got fucking Filoni in his ear going, "Yeah, we can do this. We can."
Yeah,
we
he's
can
one of the enemy. When he sits there and says, when he says shit that like, the continuity has never been whatever, and the bullshit that he said in that one interview, that's him basically telling the fans, that I don't give a fuck what you think.
How
exactly. Another insult, and we're just happy to fucking take it in the ass.
Yeah. 2 or 3 months ago, you know what happened? Alora and I were talking about Boba Fett and how he survived in the EU. We got pissed on. The EU got pissed on. Then the same damn thing happens in The Mandalorian, and the same people cheer for it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, cool, Boba Fett's back. Yeah, but we're like, yeah, we told you so. That happened 40 years ago.
Yeah.
But moving on from Star Wars, anyway, I'm kind of interested to see what they do with Willow, because I talked to, Clint Howard about a year back about it. So I got a little insight, but I'm not happy who they got to fucking write it.
Who is writing it?
The idiot who wrote fucking Kasdan's kid who wrote fucking Solo.
Jonathan.
Oh,
I think, yeah.
He's a major pile of shit.
And then they
way.
announced, 3 major key cast members are female, which one should be.
Yeah,
and I mean, she probably
Laura Dannon.
Yeah, Laura Dannon, which that's what I'm not. And here's the thing where I've said this the other night, I think on Friday Night Tights, where I said, look, this is one of the situations where it actually fits their narrative. You have a strong female character who should be the lead here because she's of age now. She's the one who's going to be taking over. Willow's supposed to obviously be teaching her the ways of sorcery and stuff like that, so she can be a good sorceress against probably whoever's going to take over for Bab Morda unless she comes back somehow. Like, I mean, it lends itself perfectly to this long of a time period in between them. You know, like you can have a strong female lead, just don't fuck it up. You know, like as long as Ron Howard's there, which I know he is involved, I'm not too worried, but then again, the writer has me worried, and the agenda has me worried.
Kasdan Jr. is the death of it.
Because as far as I know, all the main cast is supposed to be back. I from what I've even heard, they even have, at least possibly in for a short cameo of some type, or even some part of it, having Mad Mardigan come back. So, I mean, and Willow will be the main star
bring
still.
Back Kilmer's ex-wife then, too?
I don't know about that part. I haven't heard on her part yet, though. So, but I did hear he was supposedly Willow. In the mix. So
that is one of my childhood favorite movies. I don't know why. I just really loved Willow, the original one. I love the score of that movie.
No, you're one of the rare friends I got that actually likes it with me. Most like the other night on fucking Friday Night Tights, I got lambasted because I was the only one who did like it.
Oh, I love that. Like, I have the original motion picture score because I'll play that Willow theme music in my car because I just love that theme music.
Willow
is a fun movie.
Willow is a Christmas movie for me because my little sister made me watch that one on VHS with her all Christmas when we were kids. That one and Beauty and the Beast. So they're Willow.
I think it came out. Did it come out in summer or the Christmas? I think the video did come out at Christmas time.
When it came out, but yeah,
I think it came out at Christmas. I think so.
Peck.
Yeah, I used to have the poster.
Terminus for $2 says, "Thus far, how does Mando with season 2 compare to 1?"
It's dumb.
Significantly worse. And it was
worse.
It's worse.
Way worse.
Technically,
okay. Let me tell you why it's worse.
They're both pretty bad.
Let me tell you why it's worse. The Mandalorian is a background character in pretty much every episode of season 2. He's overshadowed by the cameo appearance of every character that we've loved or whatever.
Yep.
And they made him dumber. That's the thing.
They did make him dumber.
They made him stupid, really dumb.
Really dumb. Yeah.
But
I'm just thinking of some of the screenshots I took of his face for my video.
Same energy.
Yeah, that's actually really the main thing. At least in season 1, he was actually in the forefront a bit more.
Good video.
And
very good video.
I feel like there was a lot more weight carrying through the story, even though it's still weak in season 1 than there was in season 2.
Yeah, you're right.
That's my thoughts on it. Tom, you were going to say something.
I don't even remember now what it was.
But this last one, guys, I ranked it lower because just the number of stupid, illogical plot things. I just couldn't take it. Go ahead, Tom.
Oh, I was just going to say technical-wise, like literally technical-wise, like the camera work, the effects, most of that stuff. This season has been better overall, outside of some visual effects and puppetry I didn't care for.
Some of the puppetry with Baby Yoda has been
worse this season than it was in the first season.
What's the name of that MST3K they did in the last season? Not gargoyles, but
hobgoblins.
They literally went to like Walmart and bought some kind of stuffed animal and used it.
Like I was saying, they just needed to articulate his fingers and shit a little bit more. And like in this last episode, they did. But I mean, the problem you have with the second season to me is that we've had a lot of episodes that were the same fucking episode we had in the first season. Mm-hmm. And this episode came close, but it overcame it a bit. And I think, I mean, I liked it, and I understand why people liked it, but I wasn't as hopped up on it as most people were. I think most people liked it because they've been able to give us a little bit of change of scenery in the last couple episodes instead of it just being like an ice planet or a desert. Like we've actually kind of gotten a little bit more different kind of forests and
more deserts.
Like now like the Ahsoka episode, I really liked the burnt forest look. Like that really kind of added something to the atmosphere, in my opinion. Now this episode, I really kind of like the whole like kind of rundown war-ridden, like stripped mind kind of feel to the area, you know, like that, almost like a 70s Vietnam kind of feel. I mean, I think they're trying a little bit harder with the overall.
That's all the aesthetic issues.
Aesthetic,
It's
yeah,
so
exactly, and I get that, Greg, and that's my point. Is like, yeah, this season though, we got a little bit more info on the baby and stuff like that, but overall, I do feel like this first season was better so far.
Well, someone made the point. The season itself is almost a replay of season 1, and if one of the party dies, you know, rescuing the baby, then it will be season 1 because that would be the robot. That would be IG.
I guarantee you, Boba Fett is gonna die, guys. Why?
Oh, he's not dying.
Do you guys see a Boba Fett series on this list here? Any fucking place that they have announced?
It's the Mandalorian. Dude.
He's gonna get his ship.
I agree.
And then
Tom.
what's her face is gonna get his fucking armor. They're not gonna keep him around.
I agree with Tom.
Yeah, they're gonna.
The moment the fucking Razor Crest got blew up
People do not
was
give a
the
shit
moment
about
they.
Din Djarin.
I knew it at that moment in time. I'm like, yep, they're gonna have him die saving the baby, and Mando's gonna take over his ship, and they're gonna give her the fucking armor.
I disagree.
I reckon
You could be right,
Boba
Jeff,
is
but
following,
she'll look even worse than what's Timothy Olyphant the armor did. Holy shit!
Oh yeah.
Good lord.
But someone I saw someone say on Twitter that the Mandalorian episodes seem to be written by the guy who wrote the side quests in Skyrim. It's basically get to the end of the dungeon and kill the beastie or have a boss fight.
Well, the other thing
You can have this special weapon, but you have to do the side quest first.
That's the other thing too.
Like that,
This second season was just episode after episode of you scratch my back, but I'll scratch you. You've got to scratch mine first.
Every single fucking episode.
Or whatever, however.
Well, and to a point in an argument, if it was going to be all about him doing bounties, that's kind of what the show would be anyway, probably. Like, let's be real. Like, how else is he going to get to certain things? Like, that's kind of the whole point of the show. But, I mean, no, I do get the argument, though. It is too much like a video game in the side quest business. And, you do this and we'll help you. And that's very much like a video game.
So Lord Vader's trolling in the chat. He's saying, I love the pirates. The pirates. We can't love those fucking pirates. They were dumb as shit.
They were sad.
They look like Star Trek villains.
They were laughing. It was laughing.
They had they must have an entire warehouse full of thermal detonators, but
And
no
sticks.
blasters.
Yeah,
I know.
What goes good with my what will go good in my gear loadout with thermal detonators? I know, a staff.
Yeah.
They reminded me of the Marauders from the Endor movies.
Right? They're just. And I pointed this out in the other show, but their entire route was one continuous road. They didn't go they had to follow that road. Anybody who was on that planet would know the exact path that these vehicles were going to take, right?
It's a dirt road.
How easy is it to sabotage a route that you know ahead of time that they use all the time? Just why would you wait until they're almost to their destination to even try and take over those vehicles? And why do you need to chuck a thermal detonator into the cargo hold when, even in the episode it showed that bullshitium is
the
so
proximity
volatile
of an explosion. Yeah, nearly.
If he drives too fast and it's a little slightly rough road, it goes into the red. All you need to do is get a detonator underneath the vehicle once, and
that's all you gotta do. How do you keep throwing it in the compartment? Yeah.
They have to keep prying open these doors on the top of the vehicle to throw the bomb in there.
And why not have TIE escorts all the time? Because they
exactly, yeah.
Well, they pass a couple of wrecked juggernauts early on before all the explosions. So it's been happening.
Where is it? Yeah.
Why don't they just have escorts? There's too many plot holes.
It's unarmed convoys. If these pirates are a problem, you would have
10 stormtroopers. Yeah.
If you're transporting nitroglycerin, why not just use a hovercraft so you don't bump into anything?
Yeah.
Shitty 'em.
Yep.
Well, that was kind of like the whole thing in
EU.
Solo was how they were transporting that shit by train. It was you pick one of the absolute worst fucking ways to transport a volatile substance. Especially when you can just transport it by ship or something that's much more stable.
Well, that's the other thing too. Is obviously nearly landed.
It's kind of the same thing here. Yeah.
at that refinery, couldn't they just bring in a ship and lower that?
That's what I'm getting at. Is it makes no sense to bring in this shit by like cargo trucks or whatever you want to call them, because that's just as bad or worse than the train in Solo. It's like you have fucking ships, you have levitating things. Why don't you? Like, you can actually stabilize. Why not? Like, yeah, it just doesn't make sense.
It's bullshitium. I don't care if Rodinium was in the Clone Wars. It's basically the same thing as Calaxian.
It's not the substance. It's how, to me, it's how it's being transported. Fetish. Really, it's just the whole fact of you got a volatile substance, but you're transporting it in a dumb way that makes it very easy to explode.
This stupid, shaky, like rocky vehicle.
But it's fuel. It's just fuel again. Like, what's their obsession with fuel?
They're obsessed with gasoline.
It's a fuel fetish.
Yeah, fuel fetish. Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah.
It's, I don't know. Because I think it's Star Trek, maybe? I don't know.
I'm guessing. Yeah. Terminus for $5 says, if Boba Fett dies or gets ruined somehow, I'm fucking done with this show. I can forgive many things, but I draw the line at OT character's assassination.
They're doing it so he has a better ending than he did in the Sarlacc pit, more or less. A more heroic ending, more or less.
Yeah, but why bring him back like this for like half a season? 2 episodes.
I agreed.
For the series, for what? So that you can kill him off again and give Slave 1 to a character.
I could be wrong, but...
I think you're right, Tom. I think you're 100% right. But I look at that comment from Terminus and I'm like, dude, they've already said pretty much out in the open that they're going to ruin Obi-Wan and Anakin or Vader.
They already did that with episode 9.
They've already destroyed Han, Luke, and Leia. I mean, how much more ever they've already ruined Lando. What?
I mean, every damn one.
Because they're going to ruin. Sorry about this, but just now because they're going to maybe ruin Boba Fett by killing him off and giving Slave 1 to the Mandalorian. That's the limit. That's where we cut the line. Like, that's why I said no. When all of this came out, I'm done.
When it's
my
all said
emotions
and done,
have been sucked out of me and done.
They've so far they've ruined Han, Luke, Leia, Akbar,
Lando.
Retroactively ruined Kenobi and Vader. They turned Thrawn into a moron on Rebels. Tarkin and Vader were morons on Rebels. I mean, everyone they've touched so far has been ruined.
The only person that's going to survive Disney Star Wars and make it through unscathed is, surprise, surprise, Ahsoka fucking Tano.
Yeah.
Yep.
She's the one person that they're not going to fuck over.
And that's why I'm done with Ahsoka now. Like, again, I used to be an Ahsoka fan. I thought her arc was good. I thought it was fantastic through the Clone Wars, and I really liked
she was a cunt, and then she was not a cunt. Yay!
Yeah. I know that you've always hated her. I get that. But for me, it was a well-developed character, and I thought it was good.
Agree.
And now, you mentioned Ahsoka, I'm like, fuck Ahsoka. Like, honestly, fuck Ahsoka, because it's Filoni. And this is now the Filoni-verse under the guise of fucking Kathleen Kennedy. All right, awesome. It's not Star Wars anymore. It's like I said, it's got a Star Wars label on it. The Lord's fucked.
Fuck off.
The characters are fucked. Everything is fucked.
Well, the thing is, you have first problem with Filoni is he obviously doesn't give a shit about lore. He's flat out said that. Second thing you have is he's under the same fucking groupthink as Kathleen. So that's that's how he's doing and for thriving and getting through all this shit. Favreau, on the other hand, I can't really fault him. He's trying to do the best he can. I guarantee it. He's not the kind of guy. Yeah, he's made mistakes, but he doesn't seem like the type of director who goes out there and just does shit for the money and does shit for his own personal fucking agenda. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm getting at? Or that's not the kind of person who would do shit like Fred Claus. Lion King was Disney giving him a big fucking paycheck. Mm-hmm. I guarantee
that was doing it for the money. Yeah.
That is true. And at the same time, I think he was trying to advance something in technology that failed.
Absolutely failed.
It didn't fail. It didn't fail financially, and that's the other problem you have is where a lot of guys like this...
Disnoids.
That's the thing is, this is what I keep saying about like certain other people that seem to fail up all the damn time, like JJ. In the eyes of Hollywood, they have not had these big failures that we see them as. You know what I mean? Like, to him, I don't think he sees anything wrong with Lion King. Why? Because the motherfucker made over $1 billion.
Yep.
And everybody sucks his dick about it, probably.
Yep. Daniel James with a $14.99 super chat. I appreciate it, Daniel. Thank you much. He says, I've heard rhinonium is one of the most volatile substances in the universe, especially if you mix it with Grogu. Use a fob as a detonator, and you're good to go. Thanks, Daniel. I appreciate the super chat.
That would turn Grogu into goo, all right.
That's a great super chat.
That's fantastic.
Me being a bomb, and
I'm gonna screenshot that shit, man.
We all really know why we're here, though. The big announcement that we all want to talk about, right?
What?
3 Men and a Baby remake.
Oh, man.
I didn't even see that.
Are they going to gender swap the men?
No, but I'm sure it'll be a much more diverse.
It'll be much more cucked.
Yeah.
3 men and a lady.
It'll be 3 gay guys and a baby.
Most likely.
Why touch that movie of all things? Two, it's not even that great of a premise. For
90% of the shit they announced was either completely remakes or reboots, or it was like very diverse shit, like extremely diverse shit. So like whatever. I mean, some of it's probably fine, but a lot of it's just to me virtue signaling.
Of course it is. Everything's a virtue signal at the moment. I mean, I'm curious actually in regards to what's on this list with Indiana Jones. What is this Indiana Jones supposed to be? Do we know anything about it?
It's Indy 5. It's the last movie.
It's Indy 5.
No, I get that it's Indy 5, but like, what's the... Like,
it's being worked on. That's what we're being told.
That's what we
James Mangold is directing. 3 Men, 1 Cup.
Jeez. It'll be gender fluid. It'll be gender
the
fluid.
guy who
baby.
did Logan?
Yeah.
Yeah, so probably Indiana Jones meets Logan then.
I was just gonna. It's funny you say that, Stieg, because the moment he got the job, I said, "You know what this is, right? This is him. This is Harrison Ford wanting his Logan. Indiana Jones is gonna die at the end of this fucking movie. I guarantee it." And that was almost hit home when she said it's gonna be the last. Well, we all knew that, but I mean, you don't say that just to say that.
Somebody's typing.
And what has been their MO? What has been their MO? Kill the past, right? Kill the past, guys. And I know you guys don't think that Mando's going to get the Slave One, but it's like writing 101. It's like you can't show a gun in the first act without using the gun in the final game. Exactly. The moment you destroyed his ship past the point of any return, he's guaranteed to get that Slave One. They've been making such a big deal out of Slave One, and they've personified Boba the way they have. You don't keep characters around like that. And in the moment I didn't see any of these series that have anything to do with him, other than the Mandalorian, and he's not gonna. It's not a group show. It's him and that baby.
What if the Mandalorian
It is not a group show, but it's a bringing every single other character because he's a fucking moron show.
Avengers.
You don't have these other characters. He's dead already. He's dead.
Both seasons. Avengers.
I don't know how the fuck he made it to adulthood.
I don't either. I really don't, to be honest. Gay Rascal for 229 says times have changed. Men can do stuff now.
You got to say it right. You got to say it like.
Well, if you go back to that mess hall scene, just the way he's acting, it's like he's a little kid or something.
Times have changed. Men can do stuff now.
Terminus for $2 says Fett may die and give Mando his armor, but to give his armor to Cobb Vanth.
Cobb Vanth, maybe.
I hope.
Is that what's her face, or is that Cobb Vanth?
Cobb Vanth is
the Marshal.
Timothy
Olyphant.
I like him, but they ain't gonna bring him. I don't know if they're gonna bring him back.
The Marshal of the city that nobody even knows exists.
Yeah.
Unless that's where they're hiding the baby, I don't foresee him coming back this season. I could be wrong, but
I don't know. I wasn't impressed with his character, to be honest with you.
I liked him, but I mean, I like Timothy Olyphant in general. So I mean, that's kind of.
I mean, it was like the character wasn't like offensively bad, but like he was just generic sheriff of town.
Kind of. I mean, but he's kind of like Walter Goggins, another one of those to where just whenever he shows up, it's just like I'm happy he's there. He's. He actually kind of reminds me a lot of the same kind of calm, cool that like Kurt Russell has when he shows up, kind of thing.
I don't think we'll see Cobb Vanth again. I really don't.
Not this season. I mean, they kind of set him up to come back, but not this season, I doubt.
Yeah, it's gonna be. I mean, they have one episode now to finish this whole
That's
thing.
what I'm saying. Yeah, unless the city that they're keeping the kid in is where he's at. Then,
It's gonna be a generic ship raid using the same hallways we've seen in like 11 chapters so far.
Yep.
And it's gonna be like legions of stormtroopers getting slaughtered easily by
Beskar Spear versus Darksaber.
And then it's gonna be a boss fight at the end, and
a lot of people punching people in the helmets, like they do.
Cara Dune's gonna punch
Fucking
everybody in
Christ.
the helmet.
How does she not have like a fucking broken hand by now, man? They should all have like broken hands.
This is where Pablo Hidalgo is going to come in and explain that she has
Buy a
special
vibroblade.
Yeah, like I said, those gauntlets somehow harden when you make an impact or some shit like that.
They're magic gauntlets, I'm sure.
That's what he does. That's what Hidalgo's job is anyway. So.
He's
you're just nitpicking, guys. You're just nitpicking.
Yeah, we're nitpicking. We're gatekeeping and
I'm happy
everything
to
else.
If honestly, I have no issues with gatekeeping. I think
me neither.
I think for the health of a franchise, to stay consistent with what did make it great, needs some gatekeepers. Otherwise, it just becomes dumbed down to this.
Yeah, well, the thing is, if you're writing a fantasy story, right? And every damn fantasy writer says this. You create a world and a universe with lore. And that's what's keeping it's basically the framework that keeps the story together, right?
It's the main character.
Yeah, because it's the character that everyone interacts with.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, take away Middle Earth and all the lore from that, and what do you have left in the Lord of the Rings? Almost nothing.
Well, Mando is a lot like
generic war
Rey,
movie.
and a lot of the other newer characters we've got out of Disney Star Wars. They're just blank slates that people can, self-insert.
Yeah, it's actually he's the same as the character from the Twilight books.
And I'll be a gatekeeper. Self-insert somewhere else, fuckers.
Yeah.
Yep.
Go make your own shit. Stop ruining mine.
Well, that's what they wanted to do. They wanted to make their own shit. They wanted creative freedom.
So going back to what Tim said earlier, let's pick a the droid. Okay, so which one of these shows, Tim, do you think is the most likely not to get made?
Out of all of them, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let me give you two. Rangers and Rogue Squadron. Rangers because, they're trying to get her to... Assuming this is her show, right? I think that was the assumption, but is it
Leslie
confirmed?
Headland, that's hers, yeah.
No, Rangers. Is it Gina Carano's?
Gina
No,
Carano, yeah.
Rangers is a Dave Filoni thing, I think.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, but it's going to be Cara Dune. It's going to be her.
It's supposed to be a spin-off of Mandalorian, though.
It is.
It's supposed to be a spin-off with...
So point is, if she doesn't bend the knee, she could lose it. So that's kind of...
I don't think that matters.
We'll see.
I don't think it either. No.
And then Rogue Squadron is a movie.
Yes, Patty Jenkins.
Yeah,
movies are hard right now. So
here's the funny thing about
no
that.
pun intended.
We'll get into Wonder Woman 84 here in a bit, but after the reception from this movie, from what I'm thinking is going to happen, I don't know if that's going to happen either. So we'll see.
Yeah, those are the two that I think are... The rest of them I can see happening. We know Andor is going to happen. Sounds like Obi-Wan's going to happen. Bad Batch is already well underway.
It's animated.
Well, yeah, they have all the templates, all the pre-production stuff is practically already done.
Yeah.
That's why they keep doing it. Yeah, Acolyte. There's no way they're not going to let that happen.
See, that's the one I would say has maybe less of a chance of happening.
What, Acolyte?
Yeah, because it's probably the farthest out. Between that, Lando, any of these ones like Obi-Wan and Lando, where a major star having issues with anything could put them to a fucking screeching halt.
Yeah.
Sorry, Tom.
No, go ahead, Ryan.
I was just going to say the two that I think that aren't going to get made are the droid story and possibly...
It's a cartoon.
They'll make it.
Is it animated? I couldn't tell if it was animated.
It is.
It is animated?
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I think so.
Well, then if that is animated, then it probably will happen, actually.
It is, yep.
Lando, I don't think will happen. and the Visions one, because I don't even really know what
Well,
that
Lando
is.
was described as an event series, which I assume means like a mini series.
Pretty much a movie chopped up.
A four episode.
You know what that is?
thing.
That's that Lando movie they announced with Solo.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. The one thing though that I do predict is that the Obi-Wan Kenobi series will be The Last Jedi all over again.
Yep.
You could be
Because
right.
Right now we're in The Force Awakens again. Everybody's being sucked in by the flashy lights and the music and the feels.
Mm-hmm.
And as soon as we get to Kenobi, it'll be like, fuck you all over again. And then we'll all get called names by Kathleen Kennedy and their tear-sipping mugs.
Yeah, and then we'll boycott Lando and then buy everything else.
And then buy everything after that. Yep.
Visions is an animated series, so that'll probably happen.
It's
if it's
anime,
animated,
right?
It's very likely.
Anime, actually.
Anime.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they can outsource that one pretty cheap.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one's going to be made.
I think they're going to make them all. And they're going to
Well, Rangers is already pre-packaged, and so is Ahsoka. They already have the cast. They already have the costumes. They already have that bullshit.
I think the least likely thing is Mandalorian Season 4. I think it's done after 3 seasons. They do the spin-offs, and they retire the Mandalorian and say it was a 3-season thing. It's done. Now we're going to move on to Cara Dune on her own adventures and Ahsoka on hers.
Mandalorian ends with him killing himself with a bomb.
That could mean they kill off the Mandalorian, and
I hope they kill him off.
And Boba Fett survives.
Maybe.
I still think he's going to die. Yeah.
But
he's too much of an idiot to survive.
You say that though, but he survived the whole show. That's their star.
Without other people, he doesn't survive the show. Though.
Yeah, but I just don't see them keeping Boba Fett around, and I don't see his series announced here. I mean, if anything, Steeg's more right that they keep him around another season. But
other people have said that there's some stuff they didn't announce here.
I think it'll go season 3, and then after that, they'll be like, "That's it. We're done with this one. Moving on to these other shows." Because you got to remember, like, the 2 people that are doing The Mandalorian are also going to be doing this Rangers and Ahsoka show. And they can't even get to 20 pages in a script for one episode of what they're currently doing. You're telling me these jokes are going to run 3 shows?
Yeah.
No way.
I think it's safe to say that, given what we're seeing on The Mandalorian, and the same people get to do all kinds of other stuff, Star Wars is only going to get dumber.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Real quick, Terminus for $5 says, I'm sure the reason for how flawed Mando's writing is because it's rushed and Favreau is trying to write an assload of other shows in a short time frame. That's a possibility. But thanks again, Terminus, for the super chat, man. I appreciate it.
Lord Vader asked a really good question there. Where's the Bo-Katan show? Well, this is where I think that the Mandalorian does have... No. This is where I think the Mandalorian does have a 3rd season where Boba Fett dies, Mando takes his ship.
Yep.
And the Mando turns into the Bo-Katan series with Mando in it, and teaches him the true ways of Mandalore. As opposed
because her and
you don't think that they're planning on making the Mandalorian Din Djarin Mandalore? You know, Mandalore the Great or Mandalore the whatever. You don't think that they're planning on doing that? I think they are.
I think they're gonna make Boba Fett Mandalore the Great.
I don't.
Terminus says, I prefer him if Mando dies himself dies saving Baby Yoda, and I think that will happen. I think he will.
That's what's going to happen.
Yeah, they'll give him the hero's sacrifice.
That's what I was saying. Is they'll give him the hero's
Fennec
send off.
Shand and Boba Fett, the ones that said we're not.
Yeah, but they're saying that about Mando, not about Boba.
It's not going to be Mando though. It's going to be Boba Fett.
I agree.
It's be Mando.
I guarantee. Why do you guys think they're going to get rid of the star of the show? That's not going to happen.
Because it's just called the Mandalorian. It doesn't need to be a specific Mandalorian, and nobody likes it.
That's wishful fucking thinking, though. This is not. There's no way they're going to keep Boba Fett
the show after 3 seasons.
I don't know. Well, they may only be 3 seasons because eventually you got to get rid of Jon Favreau. He's got other shit to do. Yeah, I don't remember him being connected with any of these other shows.
The only thing I'll say is that
they said that
Carlo Esposito said there will be a 4th season.
Filoni are going to work on this.
He's not a.
I thought that was that other chick that was working on it, not him.
Who said there's going to be a 4th season?
Moff Gideon.
Moff Gideon.
The guy that said he had the Force.
Yeah, which is a spoiler, because then we know he's going to survive until the 4th season.
No kidding.
I'm with Tom. I'm sorry. I've got no disillusions to the fact that they're more than willing to kill off Boba Fett for their golden child right now.
Because I don't think the actor is going to carry a show either.
That's what I'm saying. That's the other
Golden
reason. Yeah,
Child
he's too
in
old.
The Mandalorian, and Mandalorian's going to get Boba Fett's ship. And whether or not they stop after 3 seasons, it doesn't mean that the Mandalorian can't make cameos in Slave One, in Ahsoka, or in this and that. Like it's I don't think Boba Fett's surviving this season.
If we rewind 30 years, right? Boba Fett survived just fine in the comics and novels. You know?
Oh yeah,
fans loved it. So
he trained.
That's where I'll go back and read Boba Fett stuff. So yeah,
I just think
trained Solo, but yeah.
After 3 seasons, I just don't think they're going to have anywhere to go with the Mandalorian because I don't think they're barely going anywhere as it is, and it's just going to be like.
Well, and they've also set that Bo-Katan or whatever fuck her name is like a surrogate daughter, so she is going to take over the mantle of Boba Fett. Basically, she's going to get his armor and all that shit. And whether those two stick together,
she's got her own armor. Why does she?
She does. She doesn't need his.
She'll still get his helmet and shit though.
No. I don't think that'll be the case because Bo-Katan is quite like within the.
She's very prominent within the Mandalorian.
They'll get it to Fennec before
that. Fun fact though, Bo-Katan is about 15 or 20 years older than Boba Fett. Filoni said this. Bo-Katan is the same age as Obi-Wan.
Yep.
Obi-Wan was 57 in episode 4, so she should be in her 70s.
Okay, now wait a minute. I'm thinking
she's got
the
the
wrong
back to
person.
spray in her helmet to keep her young.
Yeah.
No. I wasn't talking about that. I'm sorry, I got the names mixed up. The one that was in this episode with him. Who's the character?
Fennec. Yeah,
Fennec. Yeah, that's what I meant. I'm sorry. That's who's going to get the. That's what I meant. I'm so sorry.
They're not giving her no fucking Boba Fett armor, dude.
Yeah. I got the names mixed up. That was my bad. That was totally my bad. That's what I meant. They're going to give it to Fenn or whatever her name is.
No, I think she's going to go over to the Rangers of New Republic of Cara Dune.
That may very well be, but she's going to get his fucking armor.
I don't think she's getting the armor, dude. There's no way.
Dude, I'll tell you this from a writing standpoint. They set her up as basically his surrogate daughter now. That's what they're going to do. They're setting every arrow is pointing to him to die. Like I'm telling you this from writing 101 standpoint.
I agree with Tom.
Yeah,
that's what
I agree with you, Tom.
That's what you think.
Because again, she owes him a life debt. So basically, it's like you're saying she is now the surrogate daughter. It's like technically Chewie should have inherited the Falcon, right?
Yep, he should have.
And that's why she was a solo to begin with too. In the original plans.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Anyway.
Yep, that's right.
Which would have helped explain why she knew the Falcon so good, but let's not go with anything planned. That's not a good idea.
No kidding. Yeah.
No,
they bypassed the story. That's what they did.
I bypassed the story.
Yeah, thanks, Craig.
I bypassed the storytelling.
Skywalker.
God, I hate her. Not just the character, but the actress is horrible.
I know Jedi Lukey that it's Star Wars, Disney Star Wars, but it's also got Jon Favreau, so he at least knows how to write shit.
I don't know. He's got a lot of writing credits on The Mandalorian, and I'm not seeing that shit.
I was going to say, I don't see any evidence of that shit yet.
Like, you guys are right, though. He's got Filoni in his ear. He doesn't know all this. I guarantee you.
These are just common sense issues.
Some, yes.
Like, the terminal in this episode,
made no
sense.
Retarded.
Just
get him, Dad! Get him! Fire!
Highlight the comment
off.
There's one way to trigger him.
Just prove that you have a face and you get security clearance.
Yeah, that's all you need.
I mean, that is so by today's standards for security, that's laughably stupid.
I had a guy on Twitter say the only reason he could get into the system is because he's a bounty hunter and that he can access that. I'm like, so he can walk into any Imperial base and access highly sensitive Imperial data.
How did they get his face profile record if he never showed his face?
How did they get it? Exactly.
I'm gonna have to stick with my initial theory because everything that Filoni has written besides Mandalorian has been pretty good or really good. So it's got to be Swingers, Mage, Chef.
Oh, you talking about you didn't see? You said Filoni.
I meant Favreau. God damn it!
Yeah, you meant Favreau. I know you meant Favreau.
Whoever directed that episode also wrote it. I can't remember the guy's name.
Fumiyawa.
But point is, there's oversight and stuff like that.
Exactly. I think Filoni is the control artist here. Yeah.
The facial scan thing would have made perfect sense if it was an old facility.
Yeah,
and Boba Fett used his face to scan, to scan Boba Fett's face because he looks like an old clone trooper.
that whole thing opened more questions than anything for me. How the fuck did Pedro's fucking scan go through?
Pedro.
Well,
you need a face. That's it.
Is it just a? I thought
Nobody
it.
saw his
No,
face.
I thought he said. Now I could be wrong, but I thought Bill Burr basically had to be there to do it because he was a part of the Empire.
That
was the point. Yep, and then they
Yes.
changed their minds halfway through the episode.
Hey, this guy knows who I am. I can't go in there. I'm like, why didn't you put your fucking helmet back on when you got out
And then he
of
ends up going in there
transport in
to
the
get
first
Mando
place,
out
you
of,
idiot?
and then he goes in there to get Mando out of a sticky situation and goes and confronts the guy that he couldn't
What the
confront
fuck is
earlier.
wrong with
And plus,
And
they're
then-
standing right in the
Who
door
fucking
in
wrote this
sight.
shit?
So
And then he brings up.
Favreau did not write any of the
that they
Iron
were
Man
served
movies,
together.
Lord Vader. He didn't write any of them.
Did you read that super chat, Jeff?
Oh, yeah. Canadian Jedi Knight for $10. Thank you very much, sir. He's also a member of the channel. He says the Ahsoka show title card looks like the Veil of the Force. Do you think it might support Doomcock's rumors about erasing the sequel trilogy using the Veil of the Force?
Can I
Thank
answer
you again,
that?
Canadian Jedi Knight, for that. I appreciate it.
Can I respond
Right
to
on.
that?
Go
Yes,
ahead. I know.
I think that's exactly what they're going to do, but who gives a fuck? They're going to replace garbage with garbage.
Yep.
So go
No,
ahead, decanonize it. Don't
Yeah.
apologize to the fans, the ones that came out and criticized you, and then you called them toxic, sexist, fucking misogynistic pieces of shit that live in their grandparents' basement or their parents' basement, and just replace it with this other garbage.
50-somethings.
You know what?
Oh, sorry,
Yes,
go ahead,
they
Steve.
will.
If they use the Veil of the Force and all that, right, and they keep Luke from dying, they keep Han from dying, all that stuff. What's still left is that Force ghosts can now use lightsabers and affect the living world. That's still canon. And hyperspace combat is still, canon. So they haven't. All they've done is fixed Luke and Leia a bit.
And hyperspace jumps from gravity wells is still canon. And
Is that a Mandalorian?
all the other law breaking shit.
But it
that
doesn't.
they go
It
through
doesn't
is
even have
still
to go that
canon.
far. Why do you think Disney feels that they need to undo the sequel trilogy? From their perspective, from Iger's perspective, he's sitting there going, "These fucking movies made $5 billion, over $5 billion in the box office."
Yeah.
And yeah, Solo bombed, but everybody came back on for the other shit. So like, it's just from their perspective right now, it's going off with barely a hitch. Yeah. From their perspective, like, Rogue One was a success.
Right. You're right.
Force
Baby
Awakens was
Yoda
a financial
sells.
success. All the movies were a financial success.
Does it, though?
You want to know
The
how I know?
Mandalorian appears
Does it,
to be
though?
a financial success. So they have no reason to apologize or change a goddamn thing.
Well, no, I guarantee you, Mandalorian
Baby
is
Yoda
it is selling. It is selling.
No, it isn't.
Trust me, it's selling.
No, the Hot Toy stuff, the Sideshow stuff's not selling out like it would be if it was really popular, man. It's not. It's not selling out.
And that's because somebody won. You're talking like the collector's market. No,
The MCU shit is going like that.
The-
how
the-
do you explain that? The
Dude,
good Star
dude.
Wars stuff is sold all the time.
you're
The Darth
talking
Vaders,
about
the Boba
collector
Fetts,
stuff,
all of
though,
them are
Jeff.
gone.
Jeff,
But that shit, other
Jeff.
shit sells out though.
Normies,
This doesn't.
normies, girls love baby fucking Yoda. I guarantee you, it's
Explain
gonna
how
be,
you go to the store now during Christmas time and the shit's still on the shelf.
I
Oh,
see
yeah, I
it's
have a
sold
video
out
on my
most of the
phone.
time. Actually,
No, it's not. Not where I am.
Same here.
It's not sold out at all. I'll take pictures next time I go. It's not sold out.
I mean they keep restocking, but I've seen it disappear and come back.
Sellout, though, does not mean...
Whoa, can barely hear you. Can barely hear you, Greg.
All right, selling something out isn't an indicator that you sold a lot. So if I ordered 2 and my shelf is empty, I sold 2. If I ordered 400 and I keep restocking my shelf, I still, I'm selling more than 2. So, like, you have to look at sell-through when you're looking at these things, and their initial orders. So if they're looking at it like, I sold to my retail accounts, Amazon, Walmart, Target, you name it, 6 million units of Baby Yoda. Hasbro's going, we sold 6 million units of Baby Yoda. The retailers can go fuck themselves whether or not they get rid of it or not.
So Soul Assassin has a point. The Revan Black Series figures, they were gone in a second.
And they made a shit ton of them too.
Oh yes, you can't find them. I've actually looked.
Revan Saber sold out. Yep.
Did Disney shill say it's because they thought it was Kylo Ren?
Yeah, I think so. Something like that. They made some bullshit. Yeah, I don't think so. Revan's one of the most popular characters besides Darth Vader, for fuck's sake. So.
Yep, you're right.
Yep. So
and then what else came out? Darth Nihilus.
Yep, Darth Nihilus. Yep, Darth Nihilus here. He's right there.
Revan FX lightsaber.
If they want to really make money,
Darth
from
Revan,
those,
Darth Malak Funko Pops sold out. All that shit sells out.
If they want to really make some money from the Black Series, they should do Mara Jade, Bastila, and Kol Katarn.
Bastila is coming from what I've heard.
So. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
And maybe do Jacen solo since they did Jaina.
Since they did Jaina. And Jaina sold so fucking well, too.
Yeah.
About the Bastila thing, my birthday is in May.
Nice.
Well, you can't get them over there, right?
I type in top selling. I'm trying to find a list I have, but I can't find it at the moment. I'm going to keep looking for it. But I just typed in top selling Star Wars toys, and 3 out of the top 5 things are fucking Baby Yoda.
Mandalorian stuff.
Okay, where are you typing that in at Google?
Yeah,
just Google.
But is that at retail or is that?
Actually, I take that back. 4 of the top 5 are. The only one that isn't is Star Wars Celebrate the Saga Galactic Empire set. That's what comes up. That's just the top searches.
Okay, well,
and then you go in to see top selling Star Wars toys. All the top shit is mostly fucking Baby Yoda shit.
It's because that's.
But is that point of sale?
That's exactly what I'm saying.
That's going by searches, top searches and sales as far as like what Google is tracking.
Baby Yoda, damn teddy bear though.
Here's one thing I was saying, because Baby Yoda wasn't even the #1 figure this last year. You know who was? And that was the point I was trying to get around to. It's Cara fucking Dune.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yep.
And like the other biggest selling one besides Baby Yoda stuff that was on the list was the fucking Christmas Stormtrooper.
Oh,
like they've got this fucking Stormtrooper out there. I don't know if you guys saw it or not, but it's all decked out in Christmas colors.
Yeah, I did. It's Christmas colors.
Yeah, it's like one of the biggest selling Star Wars toys this year.
Mm-hmm. But I mean, I'm saying like
I'm trying to find this
list.
list.
The shit on the shelf.
Yeah, I know there is. That's the thing, though. And that's what I was trying to get to. It's because there's such a dearth of the shit, guys.
Funny.
They fucking just saturated the market with Baby Yoda because the stuff's selling like hotcakes.
Yeah.
See,
little girls and normies love the shit, dude. I go out in my Baby Yoda shirts and I get like 10 fucking people asking me where I got my shirt.
You get normies asking you that, right?
Exactly my point, Jeff.
But
exactly my point.
They're not buying it.
They would if they knew where to get it. That's the point.
I can tell you 5 places in my town where you can go buy all of it right now.
I just saw a girl yesterday with Baby Yoda socks, for fuck's sake.
The same shirts always there. They don't sell.
It doesn't mean it's not popular.
That's exactly right.
I get that, but my point is you guys are overlooking the general public when it comes to Baby Yoda popularity and stuff like that.
General public might buy some of it, but they're not buying it at the numbers collectors are going to buy this other stuff, so they're not doing it.
But the problem is, Jeff, is that there are collectors that are buying it as well.
Not many that I see. I'm on a lot of collectors groups, man. There's not a lot of them.
Okay.
People aren't buying that stuff.
Tom got one.
Yep.
I quit buying Baby Yoda stuff, but I do have a bunch of it, yeah.
You know what happens if I try to buy a Jaina Solo?
What?
I find one on eBay or Amazon for $30, and then I get hit with a $35 shipping charge, and then about $32 or $33 of import taxes. So yeah, $100 for a Jaina Solo.
They're really disgusting.
This is the question that I wanted to, well, not the question, but the thing that I just wanted to throw out there. You said that Jaina Solo, when she came out as a Black Series character, sold out really quickly. Why again did they scrap the EU? And why again did they change? Why again did they change the parks to not appeal to the 50-year-olds? Like what? Again, it just brings me back to the whole thing of what kind of decisions is this bitch making? And again, she's now just announced 10 more series, and we're just going to take it. All right.
They also canceled the Jaina Solo book trilogy written by a woman.
Yep.
And then they're like, finally women are getting to write Star Wars books, and we're going to have strong female leads. And like, yeah, you just canceled a trilogy about a female lead written by a woman.
The 3 3/4 Darth Plagueis Dark series goes for $200. If you look at it on eBay, so
yeah, I know. Yep.
That's
anything that
people want.
That's EU like that. It's going to sell quickly.
Yeah.
So with Santa Megatron, you're going to find a shit ton of those books on your shelf. You go into any bookstore, that shit's collecting dust. And
they're restocking it. Remember, they're restocking it. They're restocking hardcovers from 2 years ago.
They're restocking it with dust on it to make it.
Yeah.
Seriously, go into a bookstore, just wipe the dust off top of that shit. It's all over.
Yeah.
Yep.
The animatronic Baby Yoda is the #1 toy on the strategist list on in the New York website, New York Magazine website. I'm trying to
I reckon it's selling. People are buying it.
Oh yeah, the kids love it.
And if people weren't buying the Mandalorian merch, then I don't think that we would have got maybe as much, and it wouldn't be being so well received and so well.
That's why we're getting 2 spin-offs.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
how's the figures of the Mandalorian himself going?
They're doing okay. I think he was. I want to say when I remember the list, I want to say he was somewhere around like 5 or 6 on the list.
Still all in stock though, everywhere.
Well, you know, like the Mandalorian or not, he looks cool in that armor.
Oh yeah, the Mandalorian. Look at how that Razor Crest thing sold.
Now people are feeling like an idiots.
Yeah. There's stuff that like I believe, and I hate Baby Yoda, but like I do believe that he's selling very, very well.
Yeah.
And the fact that the shelves aren't empty or anything just means that they over ordered. Like,
and they're
so
restocking.
if you're in retail and you order 1,000 units of something and you sell 900, you don't go, well, that's a shit item because you sold 900 of it. You just say,
that's what I'm saying. Exactly, Greg. That's what I'm.
And that's where it gets a little confusing, and that's why you can't go by just it's available on the shelf, meaning it's unpopular. Because remember, Baby Yoda had a large lead up to, and retailers had a long time to like place crazy orders for these things because they saw the social media and everything blowing up. Hey, everybody loves Baby Yoda. So they overbought that son of a bitch.
Well, here's the thing. I have not seen any on clearance yet. That's the thing. The Last Jedi shit was all on clearance.
I think some places may have.
I saw Baby Yoda stuff on clearance in the summertime.
Like some of it. Like
yeah,
not
because
everything
once it's
Baby
over,
Yoda.
It's not popular at the time, and nobody remembers it anymore.
Normies forget. Also between the episodes, and they were making room for some of the new shit.
Normies forget, man,
as well.
Real quick.
But like, I think Baby Yoda has been a successful toy merchandising thing. I don't think it's nearly on the level that Star Wars has been in the past. Like,
well, you're looking at one character, yeah.
Yeah, if you're looking at like, which is a better seller, the Luke Skywalker or Baby Yoda, like Luke Skywalker over.
Well, that was my point with why they're never going to get rid of what's her face, Jesus Christ,
Kathleen Kennedy, Cara Dune.
No, Gina Carano, because Cara Dune sells so well. That's why. They're never going to get rid of her. And not only that,
I think that Rangers series is actually happening because that'll be her.
Yeah,
well, and let's also
she's
be
really
honest.
Popular
no offense
right now,
to Gina
people.
Carano, like she's not exactly a high dollar talent to retain, and I mean that with no disrespect to her, but like in the tiers of like actresses in Hollywood, she's not a top billing. Like she's not going to command a massive salary to be retained. So there's that too. Like she's probably comes fairly cheap compared to what they're paying somebody like Pedro or even some of these guest stars probably.
And another thing I'm not seeing is so much of the Baby Yoda stuff pop into like dollar stores. There is some, but I've seen a lot more of like Last Jedi type stuff in fucking dollar stores rotting.
The thing
forever.
with the sequel trilogies is like nothing of that really sold. It wasn't like the main characters and everything never sold. They never flew off the shelves. There was no because I was in retail at the time. Like we weren't going, oh my god, we need to order more Star Wars toys. It was like, fuck, they sent us another goddamn half pallet shipper of these Star Wars toys that we're never going to unload.
You could still walk into dollar stores and still find Last Jedi figures.
Yeah, when you work in and I worked in large scale retail, and like you knew like the items that sold really well, you just you restocked them and you ordered more. You maybe bought end caps worth of them because they were hit items, and you know it was tough to keep those in stock. The other stuff is like no, with the exception like Lego Star Wars has always sold well.
Yeah,
Legos. We always had an issue keeping Legos in stock.
Yeah, I found a list that said Lego is the number one toy.
Almost all the sets.
It's
the number one toy by retail dollar.
Yeah, I was going to say, that's the one list I found. It didn't have it list by like actual toys. It just had like the...
It's dollars, and they're fucking expensive.
It had Lego
like, when you're selling $80
Marvel and
sets,
Star Wars,
you got to sell a lot of.
Barbie was 4, believe it or not, on
sets,
that
I believe.
list.
Yeah,
It's got to be like a
Barbies are under 20 bucks.
3,000% margin on Legos.
Not at the retail level. At the manufacturer
No, I mean
level,
for them, because it's fucking plastic. You already have
all
the
their
molds.
money goes into their licensing.
Licensing. Everything they have is pretty much licensed. They've had a couple successes. Lego has I don't think like the Bionicles license cost them very much, and that did pretty well for a long period of time. And like all their city sets are basically licensed for their own shit.
Ninjago was a big one for them.
Yeah, there you go. That too. So they have their own proprietary IPs, but yeah, it's when it's Star Wars, and they've had.
They also did Harry Potter
sets.
They did Harry Potter with
Batman,
Potter,
Lego,
Batman,
Marvel.
Those they're paying license fees up the ass for. But they're still making fucking bang on those things because, like I said, at the retail level, we couldn't keep them in stock. It was like, and like way back in the day, I was the department manager of the toy department. Like by the time Christmas rolled around, my Lego section that started the season with 64 feet of retail space, I had it down to like 8 feet because I was just out of everything. So I just condensed it down to 8 feet and filled the shelves with the other shit that I had in the back room.
Yeah. Well, it explains why Lego has.
You just weren't going to get it back.
Well, the Lego that you can see in my shot here would be probably valued. If you were buying it all brand new, you'd be looking around the $4,000 to $5,000 range, just in what you see, and that's like one.
Yeah, just a few things. Yeah,
it's like one. It's probably like 1/6.
Humble brag.
I will say this: in most of the WalMarts I've been in lately, like.
Humble brag.
Yeah, humble brag.
I will say
but
this.
I'm just saying, like, it is fucking expensive.
It is.
I will say this: in most Walmarts I've been in now, the toy section for the figures seems to be fairly similar. Like, I mean, when Masters of the Universe and stuff are getting like twice the space Star Wars is.
Oh, that shit isn't selling either.
Oh, the Masters of the Universe stuff. Oh, that's
it's peg warming. I've been to like 4 Walmarts, and they're just.
That's because
any figure you guys want, let me know, and I'll
guarantee you why. You want to know why, Tim? They're restocking it, guaranteed. Because the one out here, they sell out all the damn time. Because there's certain ones that sell like hotcakes on eBay right now.
You have to think, the scalpers, right?
That's what they are. Yeah. That's
what I'm saying. If the scalpers aren't touching it, it's probably not selling.
Oh no, they are.
The aftermarket.
Those Masters of the Universe figures are selling very well, actually.
The problem with action figures in general is that. And again, you work retail, you learn this very quickly, especially in the toy department. These action figures come in assortments. So you crack open this case, and it's got 12 action figures in it, right? Mm-hmm. And it's 2 of this one, 3 of this one, 2 of this one, and so on and so forth. And you can it runs the gamut from like MCU action figures. Star Wars, it doesn't matter the brand. Wrestling figures, right?
G.I. Joe's been big again too.
G.I. Joe's.
Oh, I haven't seen any of those.
In that case, there's like maybe 2-3 characters that sell really well, and the rest suck. So you order another case, and you get the same assortment. And so what happens is you end up with all the ones that don't sell are the ones that fill up all your goddamn pegs.
Yeah,
you're turning the other ones though, and that's a gimmick that the industry, the action figure, the Hasbros of the world, they know that. So they use that to force you to basically buy shitty action figures.
Yep.
In order to get the good ones, and that's why you don't see like action figures on like Amazon and stuff like that. Really haven't penetrated because they can't buy you can't be like, I want to place an order for just Luke Skywalker. I want to place an order for a lot of them. Now sometimes
and these Masters ones, the way they were coming out, Tim, is you may want to like look closer because like they've been bringing them out in waves. What they've been doing is one wave they'll like every other box they'll get, like he was saying, like they'll get He-Man and Skeletor in one, and then the next box is mixed in with whatever new character they're releasing for that quarter, because they've been releasing different characters in every quarter and then re-releasing He-Man and Skeletor over and over again with them. So that's what you might be seeing.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen a good mixture of all of them, and like I said, I feel like. Sorry,
you might have got lucky that they just didn't even sell anything.
Well, but I've been like different places around the city, 4 different WalMarts, and I feel like if the scalpers needed this stuff, it's right there. And why wouldn't they buy it if this stuff weren't selling on eBay and stuff like that?
You'd be surprised. There's just spots they miss sometimes.
Maybe,
like my buddy got a PS5 tonight because of that, because he just happened to live in an area where it's not a...
Yeah, it just didn't sell.
Well, I was lucky to get this right here.
Store to store. But yeah.
One store in town had any mics at all, and I got the last Blue Yeti anywhere, like in a 50-mile radius.
But yeah, just for an example, like I had to order offline Man-at-Arms because they weren't getting it at my store. They finally got a shipment with it in after I got it, so I bought another one just to have one. But like those and like Evil Lyns and or Tila's have been selling like hotcakes.
I saw 2 Evil Lyns last time.
Tila's have been the ones that have been hardest to find. So like, go ahead and look on eBay.
Game, Tim.
Exactly. Yeah.
You want to know who the worst collectors are? If you work in a retail environment, fucking Hot Wheels.
Oh, my kids into those shits, man. Oh my god.
Like, the diehard collectors, like they come to your store and you can tell them because they go right to the Hot Wheels and they have this fucking binder or notebook. And it's a huge list of like all the number cars that they have. And they always want you to go to the back room to find the extra case. And Hot Wheels cars come 72 to one fucking case, and the case is not even like 1 foot by 1 foot. It's not even a 1 foot squared box.
That's if
Did you ever do it for them?
They're just packed in reverse to each other, and it's 72 in one fucking case. And they'll usually have like 1 or 2 rare items per case maximum. So what they'll want you to do is go to the back room and get all the new cases out so they can cut them open and dig the one that they're looking for, and then they just leave a fucking mess.
Did you ever do it for them?
No, never had any in the back. I learned after the first time. I'm like, nope, don't have any in the back. Sorry.
I can't imagine they'd sell that fast.
Fucking lied every time. They don't. Well, they sell
special
very well
ones do, yes, but
they're a cheap toy to shut your kid up.
Right. But I mean,
toy, like here's a buck.
Let's look at it this way. Most Walmarts have a whole wall full of fucking Hot Wheels and Matchbox cars. They're not generally running.
Different. I'm talking about the very basic assortment.
No, I know what you're talking about. The
item.
Yeah, the collectors are looking for those specific ones. I know because my kid was one of them. He is, he's kind of gotten away from it and now he's older. But oh god, yes.
I had one guy. He's like, look, I like if you have some in the back. Here's what I'll do. Like your pegs are empty. I'll stock them for you and pick the ones that I want out of there. And then I'm like, sure, here you go. Here's the box. Go ahead and stock it. And he did. And I was like, man, I like this guy because anyone that he didn't want, rather than just put it in a pile or whatever, because once you open the box and take them out, you're not getting them back in the fucking box.
How do we always get such fucking?
It's going to take you like an hour to put them all back in the box, huh?
These guys, I guarantee, they come in, Greg, you can confirm this, and they probably have a hat with an embroidered Chevy logo, and the hat's like pulled down to here, and it's got like 44 on the side or something like that.
No, we lost Lyndon.
They have,
he's leaving. Oh,
I just missed the private chat.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, I had it covered up.
Do they have a He-Man?
Sorry, Lyndon.
With Battle Cat?
That is Adam. Adam with Battle Cat now.
Oh.
They keep restocking those too because they run out of them pretty quick. Well, they don't keep in stock very well out here that keeps selling is like crazy is the fucking can't remember what they're called, but the battering ram thing where you can pull it off and it's got the 2 flyers.
Oh, that was the I had that too. And the flyer disconnects. The hovercraft.
That they can't keep in stock.
Batteram.
I think it was called the Batteram or something like that.
Something like that, yeah.
I had that one.
And it launched a missile, yep.
Yeah, and it had the scooter thing at the front.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
I had that one when I was a kid.
So what they have, instead of having the whole battle ram thing, they got 2 of the scooters, the flyers, but they got the bad guy and the good guy one. And then they've got a stand for it so you can put the guys on the stand. And
ooh, they never sold the bad guy one as a kid.
That's what I'm saying, yeah.
Purple is purple, right?
Yeah, so those have been selling like crazy. I've not seen those back in stock since they got them, but the Battle Cat one they keep restocking. I'm waiting for DAIIXL comes out, I think, this spring.
I had that in perfect condition, and it's one of the things that got lost in the move. So, because I never played with it as a kid, because my parents bought all that, and I'm like, I like Star Wars, so that I just set it up on the shelf, and it stayed there. So,
I know these are selling so well because they're actually bringing out vintage versions. Like these versions are like they're like the original ones, but they're more articulated. But they're actually bringing out a line of like one-for-one vintage versions now.
That's the bummer about G.I. Joe, that they're not doing that. Their stuff is different.
This is gonna hurt you people on the inside, but a friend of mine had a perfect Castle Grayskull when he was a kid, and I used to pop over and play with it. And when we got into our teens, we discovered fireworks.
Oh, that happens a lot.
And we blew up.
A lot of people did that. Yeah.
Believe it or not, the original Castle Grayskull is not worth that much unless it's complete. And it was just because it was so plentiful. Now, some of the new collector's versions that have come out in the last few years are worth a lot more than the original version. Now, if you got a complete original version, though, that's probably $300-400 easy.
Yeah, like my Millennium Falcon with the box, not sealed, but I could sell it probably, if I got lucky, $550. It's complete and it has the box. So,
which version?
Star Wars is the most.
Yeah, I'm spewing. I had the original sewer for the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Ooh.
I had the original van. I had
the van.
I had all the original characters, including
Playmates, right?
Yep, Playmates.
Yeah, and I had about 5 foot soldiers.
Wow.
I had
This is
Shredder.
Playmates too. My
Yep, they
Mugai.
did the Star Trek, for the longest time.
I had Crane as well. Like he came off. Like he was an offshoot later. Or was that?
No.
I can't remember.
He came out originally. He was in a little 3-inch legs and whatever, like a little robot thing, like he was in the first few episodes.
Yeah.
But then later on, they brought out his full-sized body thing. Then you just put the character in his belly.
I never had the full-size body thing.
Yeah.
I had that first initial thing, but yeah, I had the sewer, all of it. I had the. Man, it was so awesome just playing with that too. I remember as a kid, it was so much fun.
Well, one thing you got to also remember, Tim, is like things like He-Man sell like outside of the U.S., unlike G.I. Joe, which are not as big other places.
Yeah,
Action Force. Yep.
Yeah, it was called
the thing
Action
with the
Force,
collectibles, and why it's not going to be the same anymore, is because remember, like if you grew up in the '80s, and most of us did, we're in that age group in this on this panel. Like if we actually told our parents, like, I want this toy, and they found out that we had no intentions of playing it, we were just going to put it on the shelf, they would never buy us another one of those fucking toys again. We're like, I'm not paying this much money for a fucking toy you're not even going to play with. Well, so the reason they're valuable is we all played with them and destroyed them and had pieces missing because we actually like played with the toys like toys are supposed to be played with.
The greatest thing to ever come out for parents in the 80s was the NES, because games were high fucking dollar, right? Like Super Mario 2 was like $70 at Toys R Us, but that motherfucker would last you 3 months. You could like buy it for the kid and he's gonna play it, and you don't have to buy toys or anything else. That kid's gonna be occupied right there. Give the kid a pizza every 4 hours or whatever, like a microwave pizza, and he's playing that game. That investment parents love. Because my parents, we're going on vacation. Do you want us to take you to the store and like buy a game? Maybe a 30. Yeah, okay, let's go. And then I'm good for like months. So the NES was like a godsend to parents in the 80s.
Yeah. Yep.
It certainly did. It did change the toy industry a lot. I remember Toys R Us's, man, their aisle that they had devoted to Nintendo back in the day.
Oh, it was a wall.
It was like, it was awesome. It was like, you were like in gaming heavy. It was like, I didn't know they could be this much stuff.
Yeah.
And honestly, most of the games were shit, but,
Yeah, they were.
That's like Atari.
Well, I don't think I got an Atari in '82, and it kind of sucked. You knew it sucked. You're like, this is fucking boring, and then you're outside playing again.
Yeah.
I got good use out of my Atari back in the day for certain titles. I got a fair
bit of enjoyment.
It went in waves. When I grew up, we'd play Commodore 64 games, right?
Yeah, that was fun.
That was tired of it.
Summer games.
Yeah, and then we'd be outside playing with plastic guns and all that for a few months, and then we'd switch to action figures and whatever, and then back to the Commodore 64 again.
Yeah. I remember those N-Tech water guns that looked like real fucking guns, and then they got like the Rambo property, so they had like the M16, a missile launcher, and they sprayed water. There were like 40 kids in my neighborhood, and we would like form these armies where you pick you're playing baseball, and then you would like team up and shit and like just have a war all day long. You know, that's the kind of stuff we did.
I remember going to my mate's place when the Sega Master System, I think it was, came out.
Yeah, that was huge.
And that had Alex the Kid already inbuilt.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I used to go around there and we just used to play Alex the Kid like non-stop. Just non-stop Alex the Kid. It was awesome.
You know what we did, though? We had an old barn that we used as a playground pretty much. But we took the paper roll things inside toilet papers.
Mm-hmm.
And we took balloons and cut off the nozzle of the balloon and taped what was rest of the balloon at the back of the toilet paper roll. And then we used it as a slingshot, right? Because you put a pea inside it, grabbed it through the balloon and pulled back and fired. we were shooting each other with peas and berries and whatever, and nobody lost an eye, shockingly enough. But those things could fire probably at least 100 yards.
Oh yeah, we wound up having in older years like BB gun fights, but we wore safety glasses and we made shields out of like wood panel. They were only spring-loaded ones, but still, you could still put an eye out with that shit. So,
well, you know the little green army men.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
you know,
love
everyone
those.
knows
Yeah.
the little green army men.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the only little green army men that I ever ended up with, like surviving any war or anything, was the flamethrower guy, because I would grab my dad's can of like I'd find something like either like a WD-40. No, that's not really that flammable. Like I remember grabbing deodorant, but there was some other stuff that I grabbed from the garage, and I actually made a patch of green melted plastic in the middle of the lawn. And I remember my dad mowing the lawn one day and sort of coming across it and like, what is this?
That's not what my dad would have said.
This patch of melted fucking green plastic. But yeah, that was my thing. And I also burnt down my cubby house playing Cowboys and Indians.
We did.
I was an Indian, and I had to.
I didn't know you guys played that over there. That's awesome.
I was a cowboy inside my teepee, which was my cubby house, and I had to put a fire in there, and then I burnt the whole fucking thing to the ground.
we
I copped it. I copped fucking wooden spoon on the knuckles for that one. Wooden spoon on the knuckles.
You're smoking the peace pipe.
Man. We opened up fireworks because they had little firecrackers in them. And a friend of mine put it in put piles of the most powerful ones inside a metal pipe that he had sealed. I think he put gasoline from his dad's lawnmower in there, and all kinds of anything flammable, right? And basically stuck a fuse to it. And we were going to blow up a mailbox for this old grumpy guy. And we did that, and the mailbox had a little hole at the bottom in case of rain and stuff, right? So the water would run out. So we put the fuse through that one with a bomb inside the mailbox, and we took some 7-inch nails and blocked the opening of the mailbox to just keep it sealed. He lit the fuse. Nothing happened. We stood there watching. Then it exploded. The mailbox was gone, and so was the entire wooden rack with 4 other mailboxes on it. And the road was on fire. It was burning everywhere.
Nice.
Damn.
For the next 4 hours, and this was in the middle of the night, we had to avoid the road because the old guy was chasing us with his car and raid. And even 30 minutes later, it was still burning.
Wow.
Yep.
These days, you'd be in some kind of a security facility for the government for doing that.
Sent to Gitmo.
You ever mixed foam with petrol, like fuel?
Yes.
Yeah, it makes like a napalm sort of paste.
Yep.
Damn.
And me and a mate of
mine... We're going to get
taken
taken down any minute here.
We were up in the country. We mixed this napalm... We made this sort of napalm up out of... those two things, fuel and thing. and we pasted
somebody
that.
talk about how to build a time machine, then we'll be okay.
Yeah. We did an entire street. We pasted it inside every letterbox on every street, and then we jumped on our bikes. And as we're riding past, we're just sparking up the entire street's letterbox on fire.
Yeah,
Damn.
yeah, that's the 90s and 80s for you. You know, we didn't have PlayStations, so you had to make napalm instead.
Well, everyone saw me blow up my Lego. I don't know if you haven't seen
that was awesome.
500 subscriber
finding that video right now.
If you haven't seen it, go and watch it. But the way that I blew that Lego up, we used to make those all the time and scare the shit out of people with them. We used to put them in those
Greg.
inside the metal bins. We used to put those bombs that we made inside the metal bins, and they'd explode and make the biggest noise. Scare the shit out of so many people.
Well, after Star Wars, we found Raging Rhino's second favorite thing to talk about.
I'm a pyromaniac. I'm definitely a pyro.
It's Raging Pyro, can't you?
Yes, Raging Pyro.
This is the thing. A lot of people go, if I had one ability from, like, let's say the X-Men, I'd be pyro. That's what I'd want. I'd want to be able to manipulate and control fire. That would be fucking awesome.
A friend of mine blew up a fish at a store.
It never occurred to me to try and blow up a fish.
I wasn't there when it happened, but I was told so afterwards because he was in trouble. They caught him. He had put a big firecracker inside the mouth of a fresh fish at the store, lit the fuse, and blew up the fish. There was fish everywhere, apparently.
Jeez.
But they caught him because there were like mirrors and stuff inside the store, so the storekeeper saw him. So when he tried to escape, the door was blocked.
That's funny.
Terminus for $5 says, I'm starting to think that the best TV shows nowadays are the kinds based on the great books written years prior. Look at early Game of Thrones and The Expanse. Thank you, Terminus, for the $5 super chat. Yeah, I definitely agree with that. Early Game of Thrones was really great.
And Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, and I haven't watched The Expanse. I've heard fantastic things about it. So.
Well, see, and book series translate to TV format so much better than movies. Like, one of the toughest thing about adapting a book to a movie is your time constraints. I mean, because the books can be so detailed, and of course, dealing with internal narration. Trying to translate that to film is difficult as well. But like, it's really just to try and tell that much of a story that has so much detail in it, because it's a novel, into a 2-hour movie or 2-hour or less movie is just fucking difficult. It's
50-50 though, because they did fuck up the Shannara series and the Sword of Truth. Those were fucked up fairly early, and they're doing the same with the Wheel of Time. That one is dead on arrival. I've never seen a more woke show, to be honest.
Oh yeah, it doesn't mean that books will translate well. They're just, it depends on who's doing the translating.
Terminus says, so Stieg, your friend turned a fish into a literal blowfish.
Excellent fun. Excellent fun. I'll give you a 7 for that one.
Nice job, Terminus. Nice job.
That's a high rank from Stieg. 7.
It is. It really is. Absolutely.
Yeah, he's scaling up his rankings.
Must be the Christmas season getting to him.
Yeah.
He gave me an 8 the other day.
Yeah. I'm generous.
He's getting kind in his old age.
But yeah, Tim put the link in the chat for guys for
yeah, thanks for that.
Rhinos exploding.
It was awesome. Mm-hmm. When I saw that, notification pop up that day, I was like, yes, I can't wait to watch this.
Time for kaboom stuff.
And that whole idea of like having the clips from the movies and then using the voiceover for Finn and then using the Lego piece for him and doing that whole thing was like, I'd had that in my head. I'm like, that's how I'm going to do it.
I just thought of an idea. Like, whenever we have a meetup, we need to like create a fund to buy something to blow up at the meetup.
Agreed.
Like something Disney Star Wars or something.
Speaking of blowing up, once I hit that 1,000,
blow up Baby Yoda.
No, once
let's do it. Yes.
Once I hit that 1,000, I'm doing this.
Yep, I remember that. Yeah.
And I'm at 960.
Anybody got a Rose Tico doll?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's going down.
You'll lose about $2. That's probably what that will go for. I'm being serious too.
Oh, it's you're pretty close, Tim. You're really close.
I got this a Christmas present for a Kris Kringle from a work colleague. And
gosh, I hate when they do that.
This was around the Force Awakens time, so I was
I bought that before the Force Awakens came out because it was a Toys R Us exclusive, and I was going to sell it for a decent chunk. And then the movie came out.
That's going boom.
Yeah, That didn't turn out so well. As
TK2187, why don't you have your helmet on?
I've been looking on eBay for
because
those.
It's not as ugly as you, Phasma.
Oh, I think she's beautiful.
For, Star Wars figures and stuff like that. They're trying to find someone cheap. The cheapest ones I've always find are the the Black series, but it's sequel trilogy characters. Rose Tico and Kylo Ren and Rey. They're the cheapest ones you can find on eBay. I've seen a 6-inch Black Series Rey for $3.
Yeah.
Still wow. They can't get rid of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, it's all over.
Oh,
They still have a ton of stuff from Last Jedi and a lot of local stores where I'm at, man.
Well, they bought them basically thinking that they were going to sell as well as the original series, and they were wrong.
Yep.
So they overbought.
Yep.
And they strongly overestimated people's enthusiasm for characters like Rose Tico.
Well,
I know.
The one I don't get is how did they greenlight the Resistance toys? Those things sat on the pegs for a year until they finally put them on clearance. I'm like,
yep, they did.
Oh my gosh! And you got they knew from Last Jedi and all that stuff. Like, why are you doing this?
Maybe they got a hell of a deal on them. I don't know.
Maybe because they weren't like they were kind of like the Clone Wars cartoon figures where they weren't like realistic. They were kind of like cartoon style, so they were probably easier to produce. I'm guessing.
Yeah,
and design.
You can sell them in the preschool aisle.
Yeah,
instead of the action figure aisle.
That's right.
Yep. There's no difference anymore.
Right. Yeah, I know. And on that note, I think we're gonna go ahead, Greg.
I was gonna say some of that actually works out well for them when they like preschool them up a bit and cartoonize the characters, but even those didn't do very well.
Yeah, that's true. They did not. Actually, they didn't. But I think we're going to wrap it up on that note there, guys.
I'm just dropping the poll again. Let's just take a quick look at that.
Yes, I was getting ready to talk about the poll. I just wanted to let everybody know we're wrapping up the run. But I'm going to discuss the poll, yes. You drop it again?
Yeah, I just dropped it then. So anyone who hasn't voted, you can quickly jump in now and have a quick vote. Mm-hmm. Is Die Hard a Christmas movie? Yes or no?
50
likes. I don't think that there's any amount of no's from the amount of chat we've got that haven't voted to get that back to it being no. It's currently 25 votes to 6 votes.
All right.
Yeah, we knew that was going to happen, most likely.
So it is official, ladies and gentlemen.
Landslide.
It is a Christmas movie.
I didn't see you drop the poll link.
Yeah, I didn't either.
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah, you said you were going to drop the link.
It's in there.
StreamYard has been terrible. Like, during Casual Rage, like, only half of the fucking comments showed up in StreamYard, I noticed. So.
Oh, no, I'm looking at the live
I have
YouTube
the regular
chat.
and I don't have.
Yeah, me too. I don't see it.
I thought I saw it. Hang on. Yeah, there it is. I see it.
No, but he didn't drop it before that because the last link was yours.
Yeah, I've just dropped it 3 times. In between,
I see two.
In between Terminus
it's trash.
It's 2.
It's 2.
Huh?
Yep, I'm on live chat on YouTube right now. Yep, it's twice.
So,
Yeah,
I'm
it's
just
2.
going to take a photo to say...
Yeah, well, it's 27-8.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
It's over.
Oh, man.
Blender.
Yeah, I just noticed that. Let me pull it up here. Let me prove that real quick. Yeah, it is.
ABC 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, what's up, ABC? What's going on? Thanks for joining the Blenders. I appreciate it, man. Thank you very much. Welcome. Hope you're doing well, man. Thanks for sharing the stream out, too, on Twitter. I appreciate that, too.
Well, you change it. It's all wished upon. Is that person back in the game sniping at people again, or no?
I wonder. I thought the same thing when I just saw that. Yeah. Megatron returns from his energon bath. TMI, sir.
Yeah.
But I don't know if has it changed at all since you dropped the link. Oh no, it's gone up a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah, there was
29 votes to 10 votes now. It's gone up a little bit. Yeah. But unless it gets a hardcore, show, I doubt it's going to win.
Quite a surge in order to.
Yeah.
to have it come back. So.
Yeah, but yeah. So good poll, Greg. Good poll.
Yep.
Good poll.
We literally came up with it 2 minutes before the stream started. So yeah.
Yeah, I completely forgot about that too today as well. I've been busy today. I'm like, oh shit, I didn't have a fucking poll today. So yeah.
Yeah.
But again, Tim, thanks for the trivia tonight, man. Thank you very much.
Yeah, so fun making it. So.
Yeah,
I'm quite happy with that one. Well done.
Yeah, absolutely.
I learned about the movies as I make it, so I enjoy it. So.
Yeah. Well done, Stig, coming first in that as well. Well done to everybody else, except for Dickfoot. He was pathetic.
It was a lot of
low
luck
there, buddy. A little low.
Almost all the questions were stuff I just remembered.
Mm-hmm.
So
myself,
if there were, different questions, I would have ended up, in place number 20 or something, right?
Right.
Yeah, but yeah, thanks you guys for being here. Greg, Tuscan Bob review is out, so everybody go subscribe to Lost Jedi 22 and check out his newest Tuscan Bob video. I would appreciate that very much. And Rhino, you've got your Mando review out as well too. Do you have anything else coming up?
Yes, I do, but I'm not going to give anything away. Just obviously, please come and subscribe, and I will have probably a couple of videos out early this week. And yeah, that's really it.
Send
of course,
me $1, I'll tell you what they are.
Sorry,
I know what they are.
Of course, we've got the end of the final season of Mando coming up this week, so we'll be doing that, and of course, we'll be going through that on Casual Rage. Might go a little bit longer because we might cover the whole season while we're doing that, and have a chat about how the whole season has gone. And then that's really it. We're going into, again, we'll go back to sort of normal Casual Rage after that, just quickly talking about that. We'll probably break down a couple of videos or so. And then once Cobra Kai hits, it'll all be Cobra Kai.
You should go back and review all the Karate Kid movies.
Before
it starts.
Yeah.
I have something coming up before Christmas.
What's up, Steve? You go ahead. I was going to get ready to ask you next.
Yeah. Oh, I'm going to probably put up a top 5 before Christmas.
Sweet.
Top 5 not to do in Christmas, COVID or something. I don't know.
Nice. You should do like a top 5.
Something to do with Rudy.
Top 5
top 5 moments of 2020.
Well, there you go.
Top 5 moments of 2020.
Top 5.
I've already done that 3 times.
Yeah.
I think.
That's true. That's true.
It's probably Rudy shitting somewhere.
Go and subscribe to Stig Kenobi, ladies and gentlemen. Links in the chat.
Tom, what's going on, man? What do you got coming up on Midnight's Edge and Midnight's Edge After Dark and Mead Radio?
Well, we are probably going to do a Star Trek Discovery review at some point. Other than that, I know we got a big announcement coming up Monday from somebody that's a regular guest on our shows. Other than that, just the regular stuff.
Nice.
Who's
going to be on Monday?
This Monday, I'm not sure yet. I'm still working on that.
Cool.
Greg, are you adding no's to this poll?
No.
You're not?
No.
Because it jumped up like about 15 no's in the last...
He found a bunch of votes in the middle of the night.
Hear my screen there, just quickly?
Oh, God, yeah, it went to 24 to... Interesting.
Yeah, I did.
Look at that. It was like 9. There was 9 no's. That's why I thought.
10 when I saw it before, so it's went up 15.
That's a bit on the nose.
Somebody's opening tabs or
voter
something.
Fraud. Yeah.
Somebody post the link
You
on
can
Twitter
vote
or
more
something.
than once.
What'd you say?
You can vote more than once.
I don't think so. Like, I
Should
can't
be able to.
review vote. But see, but there's none coming.
I suppose you could if you had a VPN.
Yep.
Maybe.
Yeah.
And kept changing your...
Use a different browser.
Mm-hmm. You can do that too. Yeah.
Anyway, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt the goodbyes. We've got one left still to go
Got
through.
some voter fraud going on.
Yeah.
it's almost tied now.
It's 28 now, 28 to 33.
Somebody's fucking
Good Lord, what's going on here?
Somebody's fucking with it.
That's bullshit.
Anyway. Oh, we lost one off the yeses and it's gone to the no's. Nah, there's shenanigans.
Something fishy going on here.
Voter fraud. Anyway.
Maybe someone had bidden their time.
Last but not least, of course, Tim, Open Airlock. Thanks for coming on.
Yeah.
Who did the trivia?
What have you got coming up?
Well, you saw I debuted my new series earlier in the week, and man, it's going to be fun. Lots of expanded universe, Star Wars expanded universe, book reviews and news and some lore reviews, and maybe have a couple of live streams. Steve had some ideas for, get a panel and say, here are 3 things. Tell me your favorite book, your favorite character, your favorite era, stuff like that. So just going to have a lot of fun with it. And since that came out, it seems like I've gotten a little bit of a boost in subscribers. Maybe that means people are, hungry for discussion on good Star Wars. Maybe the silent majority, I guess, is what I'd call it.
What it means is listen to the Viking.
Yeah.
But to be fair though, I watched that Lando thing you did.
Mm-hmm.
It was excellent, and
Thank you.
If people think I know stuff about the EU, I don't hold.
Total coincidence. I was just flipping through that motherfucking book, and I'm like, wait a minute. Maybe it's a coincidence, but look who works there. The guy that worked on that very book. So, and I have a bunch of assholes on the Facebook group saying, oh, yeah, this and that. It's not stealing because they own it. And it's like, that doesn't mean anything just because they own it. But that's a whole different conversation.
I call fucking shenanigans on this, by the way. I'm going to call shenanigans right here.
But if people think I know a lot about the EU, I don't hold a candle to Tim.
Oh, thank you.
Way more than I do.
Thank you very much.
I call shenanigans here for sure because, no way.
So yes, Tim,
Greg,
Star Wars going.
I call
I'm not doing
Open Airlock policy.
Yes, please subscribe. You won't regret it.
Do it.
Do it.
Man, I don't know what's going on here.
Can I ask a question? Do we get to see the fart thing tonight?
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, we'll do it. Yeah. Thanks for everybody for being here. Thanks for participating in trivia. Thanks for all the super chats, all the new members joining tonight. I appreciate everybody being here. And tomorrow night, don't forget Star Trek Watch Party. You'll get maybe a sneak peek of the categories for Monday night. So if you guys want a little bit of advantage, come check us out. And we're going to be finishing up season 2 in the next couple of weeks, I believe. Looks like. And then we'll be going to season 3, so come check it out. And then Monday night, of course, 10 p.m. Central Standard Time will be the Mind Blend, the trivia stream with 10 categories at 5 categories at 10 questions each. So definitely come check that out. It's going to be fun. So appreciate all you guys being here and supporting the show and supporting everything. So we'll see you guys next time. Have a great rest of your weekend. Good night, everyone.
Bye.
It can be well.
And go ahead.
Wow.
Yep. Shit my pants on camera. Definitely, poop. I just pooped my pants.